Brady, Breeze, Favre, Manning, Warner. All of these men are Pro Football Hall of Famers. You know their careers, their past, and what made all of these men elite. But what if that past never happened? What if the careers we know today didn't go exactly to plan? What if we reset the NFL 20 years back to rewrite NFL history? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our biggest series yet, resimulating NFL history. And folks, make sure you are subscribed to the channel because I'm telling you, this series is going to be crazy. And I want to give a shout out to the man who made this roster, BP Hit 44. It's on the PlayStation Share for EA rosters. It only has 850 downloads, and the man truly did a tremendous job on this roster set, so go check it out. But of course, we're going to be playing with this roster. So let's talk about the 2002 NFL season. There are 4 different sets of teams really in the NFL. We're starting first with the favorites. And you gotta start first with the St. Louis Rams, the greatest show on turf, led by their 2-time MVP, the reigning MVP in Kurt Warner, and former MVP as well in Marshall Faulk, the greatest show on turf. Even though they lost the Super Bowl last season, a stunning loss to the New England Patriots, they're looking for more, and they're trying to win their second Super Bowl. However, MVP quarterback Kurt Warner is out for the first 7 weeks of the season. It will be Mark Bulger at the helm to start it off. Coming off their loss in the AFC Championship game against the New England Patriots, it is the Pittsburgh Steelers, the second highest favorite so far to win the Super Bowl. They're led by XFL MVP and Tommy Maddox. This team is very good, and they're looking to get back at New England and hopefully make a run to the Super Bowl. Last year's runners-up in the NFC, it is the Philadelphia Eagles, led by hard-hitting safety Brian Dawkins and all-pro quarterback Donovan McNabb. Philadelphia is still one of the best teams in the NFL. They're trying to get back at the Rams this season. They want a shot at the championship. We'll see if it happens. You can't talk contenders without talking about the kings of the NFC North, the Green Bay Packers, led by Brett Favre. He's always a problem, and Green Bay is looking to get back in the championship hunt this season. The best defense in the NFL, led by Rondé Barber, Derek Brooks, Warren Sapp, amongst others. They have a new coach in town. It is John Gruden, but still, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the best defense in the NFL. If the offense can get it going, Tampa 100% can make a run for the Super Bowl. The autumn wind is a Raider, and these Pirates are looking for an AFC Championship and potentially more. It may be their last run, but Rich Gannon, Tim Brown, Jerry Rice fill up the big three on offense. You can't forget about Rod Woodson and Charles Woodson on the other side of the football. It's a very good Raiders team looking to win it all. And the Miami Dolphins, led by Zach Thomas and Jason Taylor, this Dolphins team are looking to make a run at the AFC East Championship and potentially more. Also, they have a 36-year-old Chris Carter. There's Miami. They're looking pretty good this season. Undoubtedly one of the best offenses in football, led by Peyton Manning, the Sheriff, Marvin Harrison, Edgerrin James, and a young Reggie Wayne. Also, you got Jeff Saturday at center as well. Dwight Freeney on defense. This Colts team is very good. They're going to have a rivalry with the Patriots for the next 10 years or more. There are your Indianapolis Colts. So on paper, those are the 8 best teams in football. However, these next 8 sure have something to say about that. And the San Francisco 49ers, led by maybe the best receiver in football, Terrell Owens. Jeff Garcia is at quarterback as well. The 49ers, always a problem in the NFC West. Here are the champs, the New England Patriots. Was Tom Brady a one-hit wonder? We will wait and see. Ty Law and Lawyer Malloy, of course, lead the defense alongside Willie McGinnis and Teddy Bruschi. Can the Patriots go back-to-back? It will be an uphill climb, but maybe they will. And what about the Denver Broncos? Currently playing second fiddle in the AFC West to the Oakland Raiders, but still, they're a solid squad in the AFC. You got Shannon Sharp, of course, the star tight end, playing some of his last days as a professional football player, but the Broncos, of course, still very good. Also, Clinton Portis, a young running back for this Broncos team as well. And the Washington Redskins, with maybe the best quarterback in the NFL right now, and of course, Champ Bailey. However, a rookie quarterback out of Tulane and Patrick Ramsey will be tasked with the starting job. We'll have to wait and see if the Redskins can overtake the Eagles in the NFC East. 3 years removed from their Super Bowl appearance, it is the Tennessee Titans, led by quarterback Steve McNair and running back Eddie George. The Titans are still a threat in the AFC, trying to bring home that AFC South championship. The Browns? Really? I mean, there's no real superstar on this Browns team, but it's a solid team effort led by quarterback Tim Couch out of Kentucky. We'll see if the Browns can return to the playoffs. Now the Chicago Bears, you know about Brian Urlacher, you know about the defense, but can the offense get going? Time will only tell. The Bears, though, looking to win that NFC North. Jets, Jets. This is a Jets team led by running back Curtis Martin and quarterback Chad Pennington. They have a short passing offense alongside a lot of running. We'll see if this team can do well in the AFC East. Also, a young Santana Moss is on this Jets team as well. Now on to the teams that no one really thinks they're going to be good except for the teams themselves. These teams looking to prove the haters wrong and hopefully make a push to the playoffs here in 2002. Up first, the Seattle Seahawks, a team that has a very good offensive line and a very good run game. Of course, Walter Jones and Steve Hutchinson are the two best linemen on this team, and also Sean Alexander as well. Matt Hasselbeck is the starting quarterback. Let's see if the Seahawks can surprise a lot of people. And the reason I didn't call Terrell Owens the best receiver in football is because of that man, Randy Moss, of course, is quarterback, and Dante Culpepper. Can the Vikings' explosive offense do some damage in the NFC? I certainly hope they can. The New York Football Giants, led by Michael Strahan, Kerry Collins, and Tiki Barber. This Giants team is young for the most part, and they have some pieces. Can they put them all together? We will see. And America's team, last year only going 5-11 in their first season without Troy Aikman. The Cowboys still have some of the pieces that made them great in the 90s. I'm looking at you, Emmitt Smith. Larry Allen's still there as well, but they're old, trying to regroup. We'll have to see about them Cowboys. Here's a man looking for some revenge. Drew Bledsoe now gets a chance to play the New England Patriots and Tom Brady twice a season. He's with his new squad, London Fletcher and the Buffalo Bills. We'll see if Bledsoe can get back at Belichick and the Patriots. A scary good team no one's talking about. The San Diego Chargers. You got LaDainian Tomlinson. You got Drew Brees. You got so many star and talented players on this Chargers squad. If they can put it together, they're going to be a force in the AFC. And their rivals in the AFC West, the Kansas City Chiefs, of course. Tony Gonzalez on this Chiefs squad as well. Trent Green, though, he's still got a bitter taste in his mouth watching Kurt Warner's success in St. Louis. Green's trying to lead his Chiefs to victory in 2002. And the Atlanta Falcons. You know this team's fun to watch. You know how explosive Mike Vick is at the quarterback position. Can that lead to any victories in 2002, though? I don't know. But we know this team's going to be fun to watch. All right, these teams are just bad. So is it 2003 yet for these 8 squads? Hopefully, because these dudes just aren't good. Looking for like 4 wins and a good draft pick. Veteran receiver Joe Horn is going to have Aaron Brooks throwing him the football this year in New Orleans. Can they win a couple games? Maybe. Time will only tell. And here are Mark Brunell's Jacksonville Jaguars. He's throwing the football to Jimmy Smith this season, but the Jaguars really aren't expected to do anything. It might be surprising to see them this low on the list, but here are the Baltimore Ravens. Of course, Ray Lewis, one of the better middle linebackers in football, and a very young safety by the name of Ed Reed. We'll see what the Ravens can do this season. It's going to all depend, though, on their offense. Oh, goodness, the Cincinnati Bengals. You want to know what this team is? It's Corey Dillon and about it. Chad Johnson is young. He's looking to improve, but other than that, the Bengals just aren't a very good football team. Coming off a 2-14 season, the Lions just aren't very good at football, but don't worry, Lions fans. I think 2-14 is the worst it can get. Oh. Well, have fun. Next up, the Arizona Cardinals. Maybe the lone bright spot on this team is the young, strong safety in Adrian Wilson. Other than that, it's not great for Arizona. Yes, they have a Plummer as their quarterback, obviously Jake Plummer, but yeah, it's looking bad in the desert. And the Panthers just feel like they're a couple years away. They have the talent. Steve Smith and Julius Peppers lead the young guys on the squad. The Panthers, again, just feel like they're a couple years away. Think they can be very good in the near future. And the worst of the worst, the expansion team, it is the Houston Texans. With the first overall pick, they took the quarterback out of Fresno State. It is David Carr. Other than that, this team's not good. Of course, what do you expect? They're an expansion team. We'll see what the future holds for the Texans. And real quick, just a couple of the guys who aren't currently on teams, the 2 biggest names that stand out, obviously Randall Cunningham and Deion Sanders. Primetime, though, out with injury for 9 weeks. Other than those guys and a few others, it's just a bunch of guys who are probably going to end up in Canada in a couple years. All right, so it only took us 2 weeks, and Deion Sanders has signed with the Kansas City Chiefs. Wow. So Primetime heads to Kansas City. Again, he's dealing with that injury, but he'll be back by midseason. And also, Randall Cunningham still hasn't been signed. Also, Ryan Leaf to the Raiders. Okay, so those are your big free agency signings. Also, there was a draft class for 2003 in the Madden creator. I was thinking I was going to have to make one, but someone had already made a draft class. So I don't remember who made it. I'll make sure to give a shout out at least later in this video or in the description. Thank you whoever did this, though. It's going to save me a lot of time. It's actually full the entire thing. It's crazy. So basically, this is how we're going to do this entire video and I guess series. We're going to have one game of the week per week, and then we'll get to the playoffs, and of course, we're going to do every single playoff game. So you'll see how it goes as we get this season going. Our feature game this week is the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And something about the Cowboys, they went out and signed Jeff George. Yes, the former #1 overall pick for the Indianapolis Colts. Jeff George got cut by the Seahawks, and now he's the starter here in Dallas, and he's taking on Tampa Bay here tonight. So it's going to be a 3rd and goal for Dallas from the 3-yard line. They hand off to Emmitt Smith, but Warren Sapp and the Tampa Bay front line are all over it. So it'll be a 4th and goal. Of course, the Cowboys going to kick a field goal. Oh wait, fake field goal. Oh my goodness, what a way to start the year. The Cowboys scored a fake field goal. They go up 7-0 here against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Later in this game, though, we're in the 3rd quarter. Brad Johnson gonna hand it off to Michael Pittman, the father of a family man. It is Michael Pittman Sr. He'll get into the end zone, and the Buccaneers increase their lead early in the 3rd quarter, and Tampa Bay will just not look back. They continue their dominance, and they'll beat the Dallas Cowboys here in week 1. So just depending on how the game goes, the featured game goes, it'll be, 2 minutes like this, or it could be 5 minutes if it's a better game. Obviously, Tampa Bay won 29-10, so it was all of them, and we didn't really show much of that week 1 action. Here are the rest of your scores from week 1. I'm not going to go over every single one of them, but there they are. You can pause the video if you would like. Later on in the season, I'm going to show you guys the standings and the next week's matchups and all that. But here we go, on to week 2. And you read that correctly. We're doing an NFL Red Zone style format for some games here in week 2. The first one, Patriots, Jets. Then we've got Steelers and Raiders from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Our 3rd game, we've got Dolphins and Bills from Miami. And then our 4th and final game that we will be featuring is from Philadelphia. We've got the San Francisco 49ers and the Donovan McNabb-led Eagles. So I'm going to take you through these 4 games here in week 1. We start in Miami. From the 1-yard line, that's not Ricky Williams on the carry. That's the backup running back, and it's going to be a touchdown for Edwards. Miami goes up 7-0 early in this game against the Bills. We now head to Pittsburgh. The Raiders and Steve Gannon have got it from the 23-yard line. Gannon to his left will find his running back out the backfield, and the Raiders will have it for a pickup of 13 yards down to the Pittsburgh 10-yard line. Now from the 3. Gannon from under center. He hands it off to his running back in the end zone for 6. The Raiders strike first in this matchup in Pennsylvania. We now head to East Rutherford as Adam Vinatieri is going to knock down that field goal for the Patriots, putting them up 3-0. Back in Miami, another carry for Edwards in the red zone, but he's going to lose the football. Buffalo's going to pop it out, and the Dolphins can't do anything within the 5-yard line. A huge play right there for the Buffalo Bills. Back here in Philadelphia, Jeff Garcia's got his Niners at the 6-yard line. He'll look over the middle. Touchdown for San Francisco. Johnson in the end zone. And the 49ers score here, putting them up 7-3. Back in this Dolphins game, Drew Bledsoe's got the Bills in the 7-yard line. Bledsoe, touchdown for Buffalo. It will be Drew Bledsoe's 2nd touchdown as a member of the Bills. Only 1 from last week. He's going to Reed. That game's tied in Southern Florida. Here we go back in East Rutherford. Chad Pennington's got his Jets at the 4-yard line, and on a slant route, he will hit his receiver in the end zone for 6. It is Coles. 7-3 for the Jets over the reigning champs and the Patriots. You now move to this Raiders and Steelers game. It's 21-14 for Oakland. Here comes Tommy Maddox, lobbing one deep. That ball's picked off. It's Rod Woodson. It doesn't look like Rod Woodson. Trust me, I think we're going to fix that later. But Rod Woodson, nonetheless, with the interception for the Raiders. We now go to this Patriots-Jets game with 10 seconds left here in the half. Tom Brady dropping back, and Brady's going to lose the football. And the Patriots won't get anything on this drive, going to the half, down by 4 against the Jets. That's huge right there. Back in Pittsburgh, Tommy Maddox has got the Steelers to the 7-yard line. Maddox up the middle, got his receiver in the end zone. Touchdown. It is Terrence Mathis, and the Steelers tie this game up at 21. The Eagles now will kick a field goal. That is David Akers on the kick. He'll make that a 1-point game right there in Philadelphia. Now 7-6 in that one. And the Jets have now worked the football back down in the red zone. They're only going to get a field goal out this drive against the Patriots, but they're up 10-3 against the reigning champions. Huge huge game there right there in East Rutherford. Drew Bledsoe's got his Bills down the 3-yard line. He will find his tight end into the end zone. Drew Bledsoe, in his second game as a Bill, are going to put his guys up 14-7 in the third quarter. We're back in Pittsburgh. This is going to be a kick for Sebastian Janikowski. He's going to nail that 37-yarder, putting the Raiders up by 3 points. Back to the Jets Patriots. 10-3 for Chad Pennington's guys, and Pennington to Santana Moss. That one, though, incomplete in the end zone. Jeff Garcia's got the 49ers on a 4th and 2. They hand it off from the 17-yard line, up by 1, and they get it. Hurst has got it, and we're getting word back from East Rutherford. The Jets have challenged this play, and after further review, Cole's got 2 feet in bounds. I know I said it was Santana Moss earlier, but no, that's Cole's on the catch. They're going to give the touchdown for the Jets, and the Jets are up 17-3 against the Patriots. Back in Philadelphia, Jeff Garcia's drive on the 2nd and goal, gives it to Hurst, and Hurst is going to get into the end zone. The San Francisco 49ers are going to go up now by 8 points against the Philadelphia Eagles, one of the favorites to win the entire thing. Back here in Pittsburgh, it will be a 2nd and goal in the 4th quarter. They hand it to the bus. Jerome Bettis gets into the end zone, putting Pittsburgh up by 4 points at the goal line. It's 28-24 now for Pittsburgh. We go back to this Patriots-Jets game. Tom Brady trying to mount a comeback. There's the start. Brady to his tight end is going to get the Patriots within 7 right there. Your new score in New York is 17-10. The Jets, though, still on top. And here comes the Eagles, chipping away at that 49ers lead. They're going to hit yet another field goal, making it a 14-9 game. Back in Pittsburgh, though, Rich Gannon's got a 4th and 2. He's going to find Tim Brown for a pickup of 5 yards to extend this drive. Now the Raiders have got a 2nd and 2. Gannon going to keep on a play-action fake. Deep corner, touchdown, Raiders. And the Oakland Raiders retake the lead. Is Jolly with the touchdown, 31-28 for Oakland. We go to Philadelphia, and Donovan McNabb has got the Eagles in the red zone for a 3rd and 4. McNabb to his right, that ball's picked off. And the Eagles were trying to take the lead, but San Francisco, with an interception of Donovan McNabb, are going to retake possession of the football with 5 minutes to go. Here in this Buffalo and Miami game, we haven't seen much action, but the Bills are going to go up by 10 points right there with that field goal, going up 17-7. And the way the Dolphins offense has been playing since that fumble in the red zone, it's going to look tough for them. The Patriots, though, back on a 1st and goal. It's going to be a handoff to Kevin Falk, and the New England Patriots, once down 17-3, have scored 14 straight. This game in East Rutherford's tied at 17. I know the Jets didn't play in East Rutherford back then, but it's all right. You got to believe. Oh, my goodness, though. Here in Philadelphia, Donovan McNabb, 46-yard touchdown to Antonio Freeman to put the Eagles up by 1. They missed the 2-point conversion, but it's 15-14 for Philadelphia. And here in this Raiders and Steelers game, Oakland turned over Tommy Maddox and the Steelers offense. They're going to kick a field goal with Janikowski to put them up by 6. And back with the Dolphins, trying to just mount a comeback very late in this game. Here on a 3rd and 2, that's what they're going to start. They've still got all 3 timeouts, and the Dolphins have made this a 3-point game. And now you look at the Niners and Eagles. Jeff Garcia looking to get his team into field goal range. That's going to be a start. Garcia's got him down to the 32-yard line. Now a 2nd and 5 with 42 seconds. Garcia dropping back, looking to throw. He's going to get it to Hurst. Oh, he's going to drop the football. The football's out, and Philadelphia's going to pick it up. Oh my goodness, this is going to do it. And Philly's going to take it all the way back. It's going to be a scoop and score. And the Eagles are going to win this game at home. All the Niners needed to do was kneel on the football a couple times and they would have won. And now Tommy Maddox, with 10 seconds left, he's going to need a miraculous shot to the end zone. Instead, he goes to Hines Ward. Oh, and Ward's going to drop it. So Oakland's going to win that game. And now look at this. Chad Pennington gets the Jets into field goal range, and they are going to beat the Patriots here in week 2. So we have the Jets as winners, we have the Raiders as winners, we have the Dolphins losing to the Buffalo Bills, and our other result from Philadelphia has gone final as well. The Eagles winning by 8 against the San Francisco 49ers, 22-14. What a red zone slate right there. We're not going to do that every single week. This is going to be the only time this season we do that, but thought it'd be kind of cool. And we still have a feature game, the game of the week. We've got the Indianapolis Colts hosting the reigning NFC champs in the St. Louis Rams. Here we go from Indy. Peyton Manning and his Colts looking for a victory, but unfortunately, Earlier today, we lost Johnny Unitas in 2002. Maybe one of the NFL's first real superstars. Johnny Unitas, of course, the former quarterback for the Baltimore Colts, died before week 2 on Sunday. Of course, on this day in 2002. So back to this game. Mark Bulger, though, from the 10-yard line is going to be sacked by Dwight Freeney. Remember, Kurt Warner out for the first 7 weeks of the season, so it is Mark Bulger's job for the greatest show on turf. It's now a 3rd and 17 for Bulger, looking back-to-back sacks. Peterson's going to get to him this time. And the Rams lead, which is currently 10-7, is going to hold that way. They don't get the field goal, so the Colts offense out here from the 32-yard line. Peyton Manning on 3rd and 8, going to swing it to his right to Edgerrin James, but James is going to get nothing on that play. The Colts have it from the 36-yard line. They're going to attempt a field goal here. Here we go, 53 yards. That one is up, and it is good. Wow. The Colts tied this game at 10. The football back in the hands of Manning here with 16 seconds to go in the half on a 3rd and goal. Manning, deep shot, corner, end zone. That one is going to be incomplete, so the Colts will have to settle for a field goal right there. The Rams defense will hold up. And here from the 10-yard line, it will be a 27-yard field goal, and the Colts are going to hit it, so it's 13-10 for Indianapolis. Later on in the 3rd quarter, though, Mark Bulger's got the Rams at the 9-yard line. Bulger looking to throw the football to his left. I mean, he's just going to throw it over the head of Isaac Bruce. The Rams, though, go for it on 4th and 1. It's going to Marshall Faulk, the former MVP. Again, that doesn't completely look like Marshall Faulk. We fixed that later in the video, but it'll be a first down for the Rams from the 8-yard line. Bulger to his right, touchdown. It's not Holt, it's not Bruce, it's not Ricky Prohl. They cut him in this game. It's gonna be Edwards instead. Don't believe he was a Ram in real life. They signed him out of free agency, but the Rams go up 17-13, and now they've got the football at the 3-yard line. They give it to Marshall Faulk, and what do you expect? Marshall Faulk gets into the end zone. The Rams go up by 11, and that might do it here from Indianapolis. We go to the sim here. The Colts, though, moving the football downfield. They've got it at the 48, and it's a big strike. 48 yards to the house. Manning to Reggie Wayne. Something tells me that combo, that dynamic duo, is going to be around here in Indianapolis for a very long time. The Colts get the 2-point conversion. It's a 3-point game. And look at this. The Rams have now been backed up to a 3rd and 14 with 2 minutes to go. The Colts need a stop to stay in this game. Instead, Bulger over the middle finds his receiver. First down for the Rams, and Mark Bulger, in relief of the 2-time MVP, comes into Indianapolis and wins it for the Rams. You gotta think Mike Martz is happy with his quarterback's performance. They take down Manning and the Colts, and the St. Louis Rams improve to 1-1 now in the regular season. They beat Indianapolis, and what a feature game we got here in week 2. Of course, the St. Louis Rams disregard the LA, win this one at 24-21. You look at the rest of the scores here. The two I want to point out, the first one being the Texans beating the Browns. So that means Houston's 2-0 to start their franchise, really. And also the Tampa Bay Buccaneers losing to the Mike Vick-led Atlanta Falcons 23-22. So that's your week 2. On to the next. Okay, it's time for week 3 here, and our feature game this week will be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Green Bay Packers. You take a look here at the schedule for this week, and leading the NFL in passing yards, believe it or not, is the rookie Joey Harrington, and that is the starting quarterback of the Detroit Lions. Sure, McNabb in second, Jake Plummer in third. You take a look at the mock draft early for this upcoming draft class. You got Carson Palmer in first. Going to the Cowboys currently, Charles Rogers going to the Patriots, Andre Johnson to the Lions. The rest as follows: Terrell Suggs currently to the Browns, Troy Polamalu to the Minnesota Vikings, Marcus Trufant to the Eagles, Byron Leftwich to the Bengals, Willis McGahee to the Titans. We'll see, of course, how this plays out through the course of this season, but there's your start, and here we are. Totally at Candlestick, totally. We've got the Niners, and of course, we have got the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay is currently undefeated, 2-0, and of course, the Niners are 1-1. So, can Green Bay stay undefeated with this win, or can the San Francisco 49ers go 2-1 with a victory? Of course, Brett Favre versus Jeff Garcia, and the Niners will have it from the 2-yard line here. Garcia on a 3rd and goal, gonna hit it off to his running back, Hurst, but look at the Packers front line. They are all over it, forcing a 4th and goal. The Niners are going to go for it. Fullback dive, and they don't get it. They give it to the fullback in Beasley, but he does not get into the end zone. So the Packers get the football here on a 3rd and 9 from the 11-yard line. Brett Favre looking to throw, and Favre's just going to throw that one away. So the Packers are going to bring out their kick team for a 28-yard field goal. That one is good, and that's how we get the points started here in this game. The Niners then again will drive the football down to the 24-yard line. They will hit a field goal of their own, so we're knotted up at 3 to start this game here on prime time. Jeff Garcia's got his guys back to the 36-yard line with a minute left in the quarter. Garcia takes a shot. It's Terrell Owens. T.O. in the end zone, the bomb by Garcia, and the 49ers go up 10-0. We're now in the fourth quarter, still up by 7. Garcia trying to put the final touches on this game, and I think they're gonna do it. Garcia to Hurst, and touchdown for the 49ers. They're gonna win this one 17-3, or at least they're gonna be leading 17-3. Let's see if the Packers can do anything with a minute left to try to, again, put some points on the board. They still got all 3 timeouts. Favre up the middle, got his receiver for a touchdown. The Packers gonna cut this lead to 7, pending, of course, the onside kick if they even attempt that, or how the Niners play out this next drive. It's still looking good for San Francisco to pick up the win. Somehow the Packers get the football back with 5 seconds to go, so Brett Favre is going to say his prayers, going to try to get the Packers somewhat close. I mean, a field goal won't even work here. You need a touchdown. Favre going to let one fly. Oh my goodness, look at the cannon. But it's going to fall incomplete, and the San Francisco 49ers are going to beat the undefeated Green Bay Packers. The 49ers improved to 2-1, and for the Packers, they are 2-1 as well. You look at the scores from week number 3. Want to point out the Saints beating the Patriots, so that means New England has started 0-3 this season. You got the Jets beating the Broncos, meaning they are still undefeated. And yeah, the Rams also beat the Buccaneers 14-9 at home. All right, 3 down, on to week number 4. Okay, so there's your slate for week 4. You look at the passing leaders. Joey Harrington still in first place with the Lions. I don't get it, but somehow Harrington is having a good season for Detroit, even though they are 0-3, but nonetheless, our game of the week here in New York will be a battle between 2 undefeated teams, 2 teams coming to this game, both 3-0. We've got the Tennessee Titans and the New York Jets, both teams playing excellent football so far to start the season. Someone's O has got to go. Let's see who's going to win this game here on prime time, or I guess our game of the week. First and goal handoff, though. It's going to be a touchdown just like that for the Jets. It is Curtis Martin, and New York going to go up 7-0 in this game. Steve McNair, though, has got the Titans down to the 23-yard line. It will be a 3rd and 5 for him. He'll look over the top. That ball, though, will fall incomplete. The Titans will bring out their kick team for a 40-yard field goal. That one will be good. So the Titans cut the lead down to 4. It will now be 7-3. The Jets, though, still on top. Pennington's got him down to the 4-yard line. Here at a 1st and goal, Chad Pennington looking to throw the football to his right. Touchdown for the Jets. Santana Moss into the end zone. And the Jets, man, keep winning football games. They're up 21-3 now. McNair's got the Titans down to the 4, though. On a 3rd and goal, Steve McNair looking to throw the football, rolling to his left. The ball comes out. Oh my goodness, the Jets are going to pick it up, and I think it's going to be a scoop and score the other way. Jets, Jets. The Jets keep on winning games. They're up 28-3, and I don't think the Titans are going to catch them. You couldn't have asked for a better start in the season for the New York Jets. They are 4-0. They're trying to go up 35-3 right here. Chad Pennington on the handoff to the backup running back. Touchdown, Jets. They are up 35-3 against another undefeated football team, the Tennessee Titans. What is going on? 2002, folks, the year of the Jets. They blow out the Titans here at home in the rain. They'll win this one 35-10. What a start for Chad Pennington this season. Are the Jets for real this year? Maybe, with the Patriots still winless. That's a huge win for them, but unfortunately, Curtis Martin dislocates his ankle and he's out for 10 weeks. A huge blow to this Jets offense. He is the primary focus of the offense, and him being out really hurts that squad. You look at the scores from this week, the important ones being the Eagles barely beating the Chiefs. You've got the Lions picking up a win. The Colts beat the Dolphins. Green Bay beats Pittsburgh. Denver beats Baltimore. And Tampa Bay will beat New England. On to week 5. And unfortunately, Joey Harrington's run at the top of the passing leaders is over. It is now Drew Brees in first, but still Harrington right behind him. And of course, that's coming off a Lions victory. Here's your slate of games as we now head to our game of the week. Let's check out the old CBS intro. Why not? Okay, so welcome to our game of the week, and we've got some surprising records in this one. The reigning champs and the New England Patriots have not won a football game since they beat the Rams in the Super Bowl. And for the Houston Texans, this is a team in Houston that's 3-1. Don't ask me how that happened, but the Texans are balling right now. Okay, and maybe David Carr looks a little bit different. I don't know how that happens. Of course, there are going to be some little errors with the roster, so I don't know why David Carr, you know, isn't looking himself here, but we'll fix that later on. It'll be a 1st and goal for Houston, and what's going on? The Patriots, man. Houston drives right down the field. They're going to score a touchdown. It's going to be 7-0 for the expansion team here. The Patriots will have the football here on a 1st and goal. Brady from out the gun looking to throw to his left. Tom Brady's got his receiver. It's David Patton in the end zone, and New England's going to tie this game up at 7. Houston back with it, though, from the 6-yard line. There is David Carr on a 2nd and 2. Carr dropping back, scrambling to his right, maybe a little bit faster than he was in real life. Oh my goodness, David Carr. Is that Mike Vick or is that David Carr? Look at the athleticism from Carr. It doesn't look like him, but 14-7 for Houston over the Patriots. Tom Brady's team not playing good football right now. It'll be a 14-7 game, of course, with the Patriots getting the football back. 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Brady on a 3rd and 4, though. Gonna find his receiver in the end zone. It's gonna be Patton again. And New England have tied this game up at 14. Brady and Patton with 2 touchdowns in this game. The Texans, though, have it with a minute left on a 3rd and 7. That's going to be short of the 1st down marker, but Houston can hit the go-ahead field goal right now with a minute to go. Can Houston improve to 4-1? There's the start. We'll see if Tom Brady can hit a drive right now to put the Patriots back in business. They're down by 3. New England's got a 2nd and 7 from the 49-yard line. Brady dropping back over the middle. That ball is going to be caught. Brady's got him to 28. They have no timeouts, but Houston had an injury on the play, so they had to burn a timeout. And in total Patriots fashion, Adam Vinatieri gets a field goal, and we go to overtime. And guess who gets the ball to start off the overtime period? Tom Brady on a 3rd and 7 from his own 28-yard line. Oh my goodness, he's taking a shot downfield. Tom Brady's got his receiver. Oh my goodness, David Patton to the 10-yard line. The Patriots, they need a touchdown to win the game, obviously. Down to the 1-yard line, it's a 3rd and goal. Handoff, Kevin Falk. He's short. Will the Patriots kick the field goal or go for the touchdown? They'll elect to go for the touchdown. Brady on the handoff. Oh my goodness. Watson's going nowhere. And Houston gets the ball back. They have it from the 37-yard line. They're going to kick a field goal with 20 seconds left, and it's no good. So I guess the Patriots get a shot. From the 42-yard line, there's 5 seconds left. Instead of giving the ball to Vinatieri, or at least getting Vinatieri a shot to kick it from 59 yards out, they'll attempt a Hail Mary, and that one, of course, will fall. So we have a tie. Okay, sure. You look at the scores, the Jets are still undefeated. They beat the Mike Vick-led Atlanta Falcons 42-20. The Packers beat the Bengals. You've got the Raiders beating the Bears. The Cardinals lose to the 49ers. And the Giants beat the Cowboys 35-0. All right, on to the next. So there's your schedule for week 6. Surprise, surprise, the king is back. Joey Harrington back in first place in the passing leaders, of course. But hold on, we have a huge opportunity for all of you to potentially meet quarterback Jake Plummer. Roll the tape.
And now enter the DirecTV NFL Sunday Ticket Sweepstakes for your chance to win a trip for 2 to meet Arizona Cardinals quarterback Jake Plummer.
So that was an actual ad ran in 2002. It was like, yeah, you can enter sweepstakes for DirecTV, Sunday Ticket, that's cool. You can get an opportunity for you and someone else. You can go take a trip to meet Jake Plummer. That's like saying, yeah, you want to meet Mike Glennon right now, like in 2021? I don't know. On to our game of the week, though. It's Bucks and Eagles here in Philadelphia. Nice play right there by Brad Johnson to get that one to his tight end, as Tampa Bay are going to go up 7-0 in this game. Philadelphia's got it now in the red zone for a 3rd and 7. McNabb dropping back, looking to throw. Donovan McNabb's got his receiver. Touchdown, Eagles. They respond immediately. This one's all tied up at 7. Two of the best teams in the NFC, the Eagles and Bucks, of course, now 3rd and 5 for Brad Johnson from the 8-yard line. He's looking to throw the football. Johnson to his right. Ooh, he's going to step out of bounds. Tampa's going to go for it. 4th and 1, though. They'll hand it off to Mike Oslott. And oh my goodness, get out the way. One of the better fullbacks really of all time, Mike Oslot's going to get into the end zone, and Tampa Bay goes up 14-7 here in the second quarter, late second quarter here. David Akers is going to attempt a 48-yard field goal. Akers, one of the better kickers in the NFL, will hit it. It's 14-10 now for Tampa Bay, but Philly's got it back now in the second half. McNabb from the 33-yard line, taking a shot downfield. That ball's picked off. You can't throw into triple coverage against this Tampa Bay secondary. Ivy's got the interception. Tampa Bay's going to get the football back. Still up by 4 points. Can the offense do anything? They can't. So Philadelphia's got it back at the 8-yard line. McNabb on a 3rd and goal, looking to throw on the slant route. He's got his receiver. You're going to see some glitches with some dudes who just have all gray faces. Whatever. Philadelphia's up by 3. Tampa Bay gets the football back, though. Can Brad Johnson lead a drive to put Tampa Bay back in the lead? And oh my goodness, never mind. Blaine Bishop's going to recover a fumble, and that might do it here from Philadelphia. The Eagles up by 3 right now. They're going to go for it on a 4th and 1 with 2 minutes to go. Bold move. McNabb's got his man, and that should do it. He'll be down at the 1-yard line. Let's see if Philadelphia can punch this one in, and they will. Ball game here in Philadelphia. The Eagles are going to beat the Buccaneers in the end, man. It's that Tampa Bay offense. They can't get going, and you know the defense is always going to play well. But Brad Johnson couldn't get his offense going, and yeah, Philadelphia is going to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 24-14 here under the lights. We check some of the other scores here. The Jaguars beat the Dolphins. The Chiefs beat the Redskins. The Rams lose to the Giants. That's a stunner right there. You got the Raiders beating the Broncos. The Patriots barely beat the Cowboys. The Titans beat the Bills. And the Steelers beat the Seahawks. All right, on next week, let's move on. So not that many games here week 7, a lot of teams on byes, but the big game I think this week, Eagles versus Raiders, both teams 5-1. We just saw the Eagles last week, but we're going to see them again against maybe the best team in the AFC in the Oakland Raiders. I think this is a tremendous game. Obviously, we're here at the Coliseum. I don't know what Allegiant Stadium is. Las Vegas, what? The Raiders in Vegas? Never heard of it. We've got Steve Gannon's Oakland Raiders taking on Donovan McNabb's Philadelphia Eagles. Should be a tremendous matchup here in the middle of this season. Really going to see maybe who the best team right now in football is. It'll be a 2nd and goal for Philadelphia from the 3-yard line. McNabb going to hand it off to Deuce Staley, his running back. That's going to be a touchdown off the bat for Philadelphia. They're going to go up 7-0 early here on the road. And here comes Oakland, though, from the 15-yard line. Gannon dropping back, looking through the football. Steve Gannon to his left. I mean, okay. He'll pick up 3 yards. They'll bring out Sebastian Janikowski here for a 29-yard field goal. The kick is up, and it is good for the former first-round pick. It'll be 7-3 now for the Eagles. Of course, the Raiders finally getting on the board, though, and they'll have it back from the 1-yard line. Gannon on a 3rd and goal. He will hand it off, and Philadelphia is going to get a stop. Gardner can't get in the end zone. It'll be a 4th and goal, and Oakland will go for it. Gannon from under center hands it off. This time, Oakland's going to get in, and the Raiders go up by 3. It's now 10-7 for them. Let's see if the Eagles can respond, but that's a big score right there for Oakland. Here comes Philadelphia on a 3rd and goal. Staley on the handoff, can't go anywhere. Oh, it'll be a 4th and goal from the 2. Will the Eagles go for it on 4th and goal? They will not. They will elect to tie this game with David Akers. This one is knotted up at 10. Now tied at 13 here in the 3rd quarter. Steve Gannon on a 3rd and 8, looking to throw the football to his right. That ball, oh my goodness, it's caught, and it's Jerry Rice. What an impact this man is still having. What is he, 37 years old? Jerry Rice in the end zone. 20-13 now for Oakland. Steve Gannon's getting the Raider faithful on their feet. But here comes Philadelphia on a 3rd and goal. Donovan McNabb from the 6-yard line being flushed out the pocket. He's just going to have to throw that one away. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal, though, from the 6-yard line. McNabb looking to throw, and he's got a receiver in the end zone. Touchdown Philadelphia, and they have tied this game at 20. What a game we've got here in week number 7 between 2 of the best teams in the league. Now Sebastian Janikowski gets a 53-yarder, and that one is good. So the Raiders go up by 3. Philadelphia's only got 40 seconds now on a 4th and 10. McNabb takes a shot downfield. That one, oh, it's off the hands. And Oakland's gonna win this game. They will beat the Eagles here. They remain 5-1. Just a huge victory for Oakland. Barely winning this game at home. We'll see if we see these 2 teams later on. There's a lot of good teams in the league, but these 2 so far have separated themselves from the group. Obviously, still got the New York Jets looking very good this season, but post-editing me, I don't know why I was saying Steve Gannon. Like, I don't know. Of course, Rich Gannon. I said it like 5 times. My apologies. I truly, I don't know what else. Steve McNair, I guess, I don't know. Rich Gannon, though, leads the Raiders to victory. That's on me. On to the next. And the second mock draft is out. Number 1, going to the Cardinals right now. They would take Carson Palmer, obviously, I think no matter what, unless it's a team that has a franchise guy at quarterback, which there aren't many in the league right now. They're going to take Carson Palmer. Palmer's probably the number 1 pick. Polamalu, hey, that guy might be good. I don't know. Dallas Clark might be good too. Just saying. I don't know. We'll see. There is your mock draft. On to this week 8 slate. Donovan McNabb still first in the NFL in passing yards. Yeah, you got some good games this week. Bengals, Jets sticks out because the Jets are still the only undefeated team in football. Kind of nuts. But our game of the week will be between 2, 4, and 3 teams. We've got the New York Giants taking on Trent Green's Kansas City Chiefs. Should be a good one here. Prime time. Who will separate themselves from the pack here in prime time? And speaking of prime time, Deion Sanders on the Chiefs, which reminds me of a certain ad he was in back.
Hey, how fast you think those serves are going over at the U.S. Open? About as fast as one of your passes. Oh, very nice. Hey, just like old times. Where'd he come from?
Yeah, that was kind of cringe, I'm not going to lie. But here come the Chiefs from the 10-yard line. Trent Green on a 1st and goal, dropping back to his right, got his man, and in the end zone for a touchdown. Kansas City goes up early here against the New York Football Giants. 7-0 here for KC. They're going for it here on a 4th and 2. Trent Green looking for the football over the middle, contested, but he's still got to pick up a 14 yards. Green down to the 7-yard line, sets up for a 2nd and goal. Of course, he's got his big tight end, Tony Gonzalez, here on a 2nd and goal, though. He will not go to him. It's Priest Holmes instead. Holmes will get 2 feet in the end zone, back corner, and Kansas City up 14-0 against this Giants team. By the way, the Jets lost, so there goes the undefeated streak for New York. Here on a 1st and goal on the 4th quarter, they really toss it to Tony Gonzalez. Sure, okay, Kansas City's adding it on here against the Giants. New York just wasn't ready for prime time. The Chiefs up 34-3, and I think that's going to do it here from Kansas City. The final score, 41-3. I don't know why we put the Giants here on the game of the week, but nonetheless, you saw the dominance out the Chiefs, and unfortunately, you see the Jets, of course, losing. So those damn 70s Dolphins can go have their damn party like they always do. The Patriots lose again, which is nuts. The Bucks beat the Saints. Yeah, all right, on to the next week. And Joey Harrington again back in 1st place. Chris Carter's 38 years old and he leads the NFL in receiving yards. Marshall Faulk's already got over 1,000. Edgerrin James, Sean Alexander in there as well. Our feature game though this week features Marshall Faulk. It is the Rams and Titans. It is the rematch of their Super Bowl from 3 years ago. And look who is back. Back again. Kurt Warner has returned to this Rams team. He was out for the first 7 weeks with injury. He is back. So Mark Bulger, who really didn't do that great of a job, filling in for the 2-time MVP. The Rams, of course, are 4-4. The Titans are 6-2. And if St. Louis is going to want a shot, they're going to need to win some games here, so let's see if Kurt Warner can save them. Here on a 3rd and goal, Warner from the 4-yard line looking over the middle. He's got his receiver in the end zone. Touchdown. That is Torrey Holt. Holt's got it, and it's going to be 7-0 for St. Louis. What will McNair and the Titans do in response? Well, now they got the football at the 2-yard line. McNair on a fullback dive. Touchdown for Tennessee. They respond immediately. This one's all knotted up at 7. 2 very good offenses, but we're still in the 2nd quarter, and only 2 scores so far in this game. So the Titans get it back in the 3rd quarter. They're going to attempt a field goal here from about 35 yards out. That one will be good. So it's 10-7 now for Tennessee. And after a safety, they're up 12-7. So McNair's now got him at the 7-yard line. And down goes McNair at the 15. He'll lose 8 yards on that play. And the Titans will attempt a field goal to put them up by 8. That one is up and it is good. So 15-7 now for Tennessee. Can the Rams do anything, though, to close out this game, at least tie this one, potentially put it into overtime? 3rd and 11. Warner is going to lose 9 yards. 4th and 19, they go for it. That one is incomplete, and it's looking like the Tennessee Titans are going to go on the road to St. Louis. Yeah, Kevin Dyson getting some revenge for that Super Bowl. He doesn't get tackled on the 1-yard line this time. Dyson into the end zone. That's going to do it. Tennessee are going to beat the St. Louis Rams 22-7, stopping the greatest show on turf to only 7 points. Something just isn't the same this year with this Rams team. Was it the Warner injury? I don't know, but he comes back, and the Rams just can't get anything going. You look at the scores. The Jets lose on Thursday. I don't think that existed back then, but still. The Jets lose to the Colts. You got the Ravens beating the Vikings. Texans lose to the Dolphins. Green Bay wins a shootout against the Kansas City Chiefs. You got the Niners beating the Cardinals, and you got Pitt beating Chicago. All right, moving on. Enter Trent Green, the new passing leader in the NFL. Marshall Faulk, of course, leading the rushing statistics, and Chris Carter receiving, and Michael Strahan already with 14 sacks. Kind of nuts. Got some really good games this week. We are, though, heading to Lambeau Field, Packers and Seahawks. So the Seattle Seahawks are 5-3 heading into this game. The Green Bay Packers are 8-1, and I would assume Matt Hasselbeck wants the football, and we're gonna score. We'll see what happens, though. Of course, Sean Alexander leads this really good Seahawks offense with a bunch of dudes who are just grayed out. Again, ask Madden why that happened. I don't know, but on this game, there'll be a 3rd and 10 here for Seattle from the 30-yard line. Hasselbeck dropping back, taking a shot downfield. That ball's got a lot of air under it. Oh my goodness, it's a touchdown. Wow. Guy's gray, but it's okay. Oh my goodness. All right, the Packers giving up that big shot deep. Seattle going up 7-0 early. And they get the football back again from the 3-yard line. Hasselbeck on a 3rd and goal, looking to throw. Matt Hasselbeck over the middle. He's got touchdown number 2 as to yet another man who is grayed out. It's Ingram, but the Seahawks up 14-3 against Green Bay. What can Brett Favre do on a 3rd and goal? He'll pitch it to his left. I mean, that's too easy. Ahman Green's going to get into the end zone. Green Bay's got their first touchdown of the game. It will now be 14-10 after the Packers put their first touchdown on the board. But Seattle's again got it with 10 seconds left in the quarter. Hasselbeck looking. How is the man left that wide open? I don't know. This time it's Jackson. He's grayed out as well. Sean Alexander loves it. It's 21-10, and now Seattle's going to kick a field goal to go up by 14. 24-10 now for the Seahawks. The Packers, though, have it from the 1-yard line. Here comes Brett Favre on handoff. Ahman Green's going to get into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the game. So Green Bay cuts the lead to 7, but can the defense get a stop? I don't think so, because look at Matt Hasselbeck. From the 5-yard line, Hasselbeck to Sean Alexander. This time through the air. Hasselbeck's got touchdown number 4, and it's been the passing attack for the Seahawks that's killed the Packers all night. They will go to Lambeau. They will stun everyone in this building. They will win 31-24 against the NFC North leading Green Bay Packers. They give the Packers their 2nd loss of the season as well, and just what a tremendous victory here for the Seahawks, winning this game and establishing that they are truly a threat in the NFC. Other scores: the Dolphins blow out the Ravens. The Bills beat the really good New York Jets. You got the Patriots again losing, this time to the Browns. The Chargers and Drew Brees beat the Vikings. You got the Seahawks beating the Packers. And of course, you got the Niners beating St. Louis. So the Rams lose again. Kind of nuts. On to week 11. So it's the point of the season where like the good teams are really establishing themselves as better than, of course, the bad teams. You got the Eagles are really good, the Packers are good, the Niners are good, the Titans are very good, the Steelers are good, the Bucks I would say are pretty good as well. But now it's time for Monday Night Football.
Are you ready for some football? For Monday Night Party? It's a Super Bowl season.
Oh, nothing beats that, right? Nothing beats that intro to Monday Night Football back in the day. We've now got the Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers, 2 good teams. The Steelers kind of in the middle right now of the AFC North. No team in the North has really put themselves ahead of the bunch, except the Browns. They're just worse than everyone else. But it's really the Bengals, Ravens, and Steelers all contending in the North. As for the Chargers, of course, they're behind the Oakland Raiders. They're playing better football right now than the Broncos are. We go to the 2nd quarter. The Pittsburgh Steelers up 7-3. Tommy Maddox here on a 3rd and 5. Deep corner. Touchdown. It is Hines Ward. So the former XFL MVP and Maddox will find Ward in the end zone for 6. Pittsburgh goes up 14-3. What can San Diego do, though? Drew Brees in the offensive got it from the 9-yard line, down by 4, 14-10. Brees to his left. He's got his tight end. Touchdown Chargers. They take the lead now. 17-14 for San Diego. But here comes Pittsburgh from the 3-yard line. Maddox looking to throw on a 3rd and goal, wide open in the end zone. Hines Ward's got touchdown number 2 in this game. 17-14 no longer as Pittsburgh goes up by 4, 21-17, and they get the football back after getting a stop of Drew Brees on a 3rd and 1. They hand it to the bus. Jerome Bettis picking up 11 yards to the 5-yard line. It will be a goal to go now for the Steelers, and who you're going to give it to? No, they throw the football. Oh my goodness, Tommy Maddox looking to his left. That ball is caught. 2 feet into the end zone. Touchdown for Pittsburgh. And that might do it here from San Diego. They're going to go up by 11, 28-17. San Diego, though, still fighting. Handoff LaDainian Tomlinson. Oh my goodness, he runs over the entire Pittsburgh Steelers franchise. He'll get into the end zone, and the Chargers aren't done yet. With 5 minutes to go, they need to stop Tommy Maddox, and that's what they're going to attempt to do here in a 3rd and 8. Maddox looking to throw over the middle. That ball's picked off. Oh, the Steelers could have iced this game. Instead, an interception for San Diego is going to change everything. McNeil's got him down to the 49-yard line. What will Drew Brees do? 20 seconds left from the 5-yard line. They're down by 5. A touchdown will take the lead. Brees to his left. Touchdown, Chargers. And the San Diego Chargers are going to go up ahead of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they're going to win this game. 31-28, what a comeback for Brees' Chargers. They knock off the favorited Pittsburgh Steelers. I told you at the beginning of this video, watch out for San Diego. They are a tricky team, and they're still in the fight, man. Still contending with the Raiders, obviously, in the AFC West. There are your scores for Week 11. Heading down the stretch, we now move to Week number 12. And there's some good games this week. There's not one that's like obviously better than the others. We're going to go to Tampa Bay, Indianapolis, because I mean, Peyton Manning, cash cow of the league, obviously big star of the league. You want to see Peyton Manning against one of the better defenses in the NFL in the 7-3 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Indianapolis currently 5-6. The Colts still fighting to make some moves really in the AFC South. The number 1 team obviously in that division currently are the Tennessee Titans. The Texans have fallen off the map after starting the season 3-0. They really haven't done much. And as for the Jacksonville Jaguars, well, that team just kind of sucks. So we're here for this Tampa Bay Indianapolis game. Brad Johnson's got the Buccaneers at the 1-yard line. Johnson to his right. I mean, was the dive necessary? It wasn't, but Tampa Bay is going to go up 7-0 right there on that touchdown from the 1-yard line. Let's see if Peyton Manning can get his offense together and potentially respond. They're down 7-3. They're going to go for it here on a 4th and 5. So Manning dropping back, looking over the middle. That ball's picked off. You can't throw it into the middle of the field against this Tampa Bay squad. That's how good the Buccaneers defense truly are. I don't know why Warren Sapp's going at it right now with an offensive lineman still in the background, but that's all right. Tampa can't do anything with the football. Manning's got it on a 4th and 1. He will find his receiver. Who else? Reggie Wayne, and this one, of course, in the 4th quarter. And there you go, Manning in the end zone, 26 yards. We missed it, but man, the Colts go up by 3. The Buccaneers offense has not been good all season, but now they get a really good drive down the 1-yard line. Brad Johnson, touchdown. Oh, Tampa Bay. You thought the Colts had it, but the Bucs drive right down the field. They go up 14-10. Yoder's got it. Let's see what the Colts can do in response. Can Peyton Manning get a game-winning drive going? It's a 4th and 9 for the Sheriff. Manning dropping back. He's pressured. He lets one fly downfield. That ball, oh, it's in and out of the hands. I thought Reggie Wayne had it, but he'll drop it instead. And that's going to do it from Indianapolis. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to win this one by 7. Your final score, 17-10 for the Bucs. And just like earlier on in this season, the Colts just a little bit short of victory. Team's got a lot of potential, just came up a little bit short with this one game. Look at some of the other scores. The Jets beat the Texans. Eagles beat the Giants. Jags beat the Falcons. The Broncos beat the Chargers. The Rams barely beat the Packers. Huge win for St. Louis right there. And Seattle will beat the Washington Redskins. Okay, we now head on to week number 13. And here's your first look at the playoff picture. If the playoffs started today, the buys would go to the Raiders and the Eagles. You got the other teams here involved with this playoff picture. The weird one is number 3, yeah, the Cincinnati Bengals. What? Okay. You look at the passing leaders. Donovan McNabb still in first place. Marshall Faulk's got about 1,200 rushing yards this season. Somehow, some way, Chris Carter's still balling, 981 yards, and he's old. So the Dolphins, I guess, are playing good football. We're going back to watch some more New York Jets football because the Jets are still playing well. Like, they start off the season very well, not doing that well anymore, but if they can beat the Philadelphia Eagles, a team that we've seen before play really well, and they've played with the best, they had that really close game in Oakland, if the Jets can somehow beat the Eagles, oh my goodness. But the Eagles right now in their second drive have got them down to the 9-yard line, 3rd and goal for McNabb to his left, touchdown for Philadelphia. Fly, Eagles, fly, as they're here on the road. They get the scoring started against the Jets. It's going to be 7-0 now for Philadelphia. Can Chad Pennington get his offense going? He can't because now McNabb gets the football back from the 11-yard line. Second and goal for Donovan. Looking to his left, deep corner. Touchdown. Wow, they say he got 2 feet in bounds. I mean, this is all Philadelphia so far. The Jets have no answer on defense. The offense can't get going as well. And look who's back in the red zone. Yeah, the Eagles again from the 5-yard line. McNabb looking to his left. Oh, it's picked off. That's maybe the break the Jets needed. They get an interception in the end zone. Robinson's there. He's a gray man as well. But all right, can the Jets do anything with this? They can't, because the Eagles now have it in the third quarter, down the 4-yard line. Deuce Staley on the toss to his left, touchdown for Philadelphia. It has been all Eagles in this game. Again, fly Eagles, fly. They are up 21-0 against the New York Jets. Maybe we were hyping this Jets team up just a little bit too much, because they will only score 6 points in this game. The Eagles go on the road and they dominate Chad Pennington's New York Jets. 24-6 is your final. The Eagles again establishing themselves as one of the better teams in the NFL, and that begs the question, just how good are the Oakland Raiders? Because the Raiders beat this Eagles team too. And you see some of our scores here in week 13. The Chargers beat the Bengals. The Bucks are going to beat the Falcons. The Raiders go out and beat the Washington Redskins. The Jags beat the Rams. The Rams still struggling a lot. Okay, that's week 13. We now move to week 14. Limited time left in the regular season. Who's going to make a push to the playoffs? Let's find out. So here's your week 14 playoff picture. You see the Bengals in third still. The Steelers aren't in right now. No Rams still. Yeah, kind of a weird playoff picture. Hey, if we get that Packers Seahawks rematch though, could be intriguing. I don't know. And somehow, someway, Jay Fiedler first in the NFL in passing yards. That's awesome. That's great. We've got Rich Gannon in third, who I called Steve earlier. That's awesome. Donovan McNabb in second. Marshall Faulk killing the business. All right, let's get some week 14 action. And we're watching the Bengals, because we've got Bengals and Niners. Yeah, the San Francisco 49ers are in town, and somehow, someway, the Cincinnati Bengals, if they win this game, are going to remain in sole possession of first place in the AFC North over the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers were one of the favorites to win the entire thing at the start of the year, but now John Kitna's Bengals are balling. Let's see if they can hold up here against the Niners. So the Bengals come out. They're going to kick a field goal to start this one off. They'll go up 3-0. Now here comes Jeff Garcia's Niners from the 3-yard line, though, and it's too easy. Slant route over the middle. One of the best receivers in the game. Who else? T.O. Terrell Owens going to put the 49ers up 7-6 after 2 Bengals field goals. We now move to the end of the second quarter, and Hurst is going to lose 2 yards, and the Bengals are going to have 8 points off of 2 field goals and a safety. So it's 8-7 for Cincinnati. Let's see if the Niners offense, though, can get back into it from the 10-yard line. 3rd and 7. Garcia deep corner. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers on the road, that's Garcia to Streets. It will be 13-8. They will attempt the 2-point conversion, and they will get it. So it's 15-8 for the Niners. But Corey Dillon, 23-yard touchdown for Cincinnati. Gonna tie up this game at 15. And here comes San Francisco back with the football after Corey Dillon's really big run. However, though, the Niners have got it from the 4-yard line. And Garcia dropping back on a 2nd and 1 to his right. That one's gonna be another touchdown for the Niners. They're gonna be up 22-15 in a real unconventional score right now. But the Niners still winning. Eric Johnson on the touchdown. The Bengals back with the football. John Kitna trying to drive his guys down the field. Oh my goodness, we missed it. Kitna to Corey Dillon. This game's tied at 22 with 2 minutes left. John Kitna magic, folks. Oh, wow. All right, but here comes Jeff Garcia. Game-winning drive. Oh, going to Ty Streets down the 24-yard line. Garrison Hurst now with a 5-yard run. 4 yards for Hurst. It will be a 3rd and 1 for San Francisco. He's going to go backwards, but still, it sets up for the game-winning kick for San Francisco. That one is up, and it is good. So the feel-good story so far from the Cincinnati Bengals has been derailed. However, they are still in the playoff picture for now. They're still, I believe now, they have the same record as the Baltimore Ravens, but the Niners are victorious. You look at the other scores. Let's check a look at the Ravens. Just a few seconds here. The Jets beat the Saints, so that team keeps on winning football games somehow. The Chargers beat the Giants, and there are the Baltimore Ravens. They are now, I believe, in first place of the North. I don't know how the tiebreakers work so far, but they beat the Browns 31-7, and the Rams blow out the Cardinals on Monday night 45-7. On to week 15. We're getting to the playoffs, folks. Yeah, that was Antonio Gates. He's playing basketball right now for Kent State in 2002. Just putting that out there. So yeah, the Ravens do take sole possession of first place in the AFC North. I believe they have the tiebreaker for now. So they're in first. We'll see if the Bengals can get back at them. But for now, we're going to be checking out the Baltimore Ravens in our feature game. They are going to be taking on a very good football team, of course. In the Brett Favre-led Green Bay Packers, 9-4, Green Bay taking on 8-5 Baltimore. First look at Baltimore so far in this video. Of course, the starting quarterback for this team, Chris Redman. Remember him? Yeah, I mean, Trent Dilfer's gone now. I believe Dilfer's in Seattle now. So Chris Redman leading his guys here against Green Bay Packers. Baltimore's definitely overachieving so far this season, but it is what it is, man. 3rd and 8 for Redman from the 8-yard line. Looking to throw. Okay, he's picked off. Yeah, Green Bay's got it at the 5-yard line. Redman throwing that one into coverage. Westbrook's going to pick him off. And let's see now if Green Bay can put some points on the board after that Redman interception. There you go. Amon Green at 65 yards to the house. Brett Favre didn't even have to do anything on this drive. Just nasty, man. When you got a quarterback like Brett Favre and a running back like Amon Green in the same offense, insane. 7-0 for Green Bay, but Baltimore's now got it to the 2-yard line. Redman on the handoff. That's going to be a touchdown for the Baltimore Ravens. It's a man in all gray, because of course, but it's 7-7. This one's all tied up. Brett Favre's got his team, though, back to the 1-yard line. Handoff, Amon Green. Who else? Amon Green gets in the end zone for the Green Bay Packers. They retake the lead. It's 14-7 for the Pack. Favre now gone down the 1-yard line again. Now in the 4th quarter, give him touchdown number 3. This is the Amon Green game, man. Green with 3 big touchdowns on the road against the Baltimore Ravens. Can the Ravens do anything before the end of this game? Well, Redman's got him down the 8-yard line here with 3 minutes to go. Redman dropping back to his right. That will be caught in the end zone. And the Baltimore Ravens not giving up just yet. It's 14-21. Can they stop Brett Favre, though? That is the question. They get the ball back with 12 seconds. It'll be a 4th and 5 for Chris Redman. He's going to say his prayers, take a shot to the end zone. I don't think he can get it that far, but if he can, it'll be 80 yards for Chris Redman. It's up, and it's short of the end zone. That one, oh, it's caught. Oh, my goodness. Short of the end zone, though, of course, the Green Bay Packers are going to be victorious. Here in Week 15, let's take a look at some of the other scores. The Patriots lose 42-3 to the Colts. Oh, my goodness. The Jets beat the Dolphins. The Browns going to lose to the Raiders. We've got the Cowboys beating the Giants. That game doesn't really matter. The Lions beat the Cardinals. That doesn't matter either. The Falcons beat the Niners. That's a big game. 20-14 for Mike Vick beating San Francisco. And the Bucs lose to the Saints. Crazy. And look who snuck their way back into the playoffs. Number 6 right now. Take a look. It's the St. Louis Rams. We said it earlier. If the Rams can get it going, they're going to be back in this spot. Now they're number 6. They've jumped the Washington Redskins. That's a team to watch out for. Of course, Marshall Faulk, 1,600 rushing yards. And we still got some more football to play. We're just in Week 16. Drew Brees now leads the NFL in passing yards. Rich Gannon in 2nd. Trent Green in 3rd. Randy Moss now overtakes Chris Carter in the receiving leaders. Our game of the week, though, it's between the 2 top teams in the AFC North. Yeah, we're seeing the Ravens and Bengals again because this game really matters. Redman versus Kitna. Yeah, primetime matchup here in 2002. The winners of this game will be in first place in the AFC North division. That's why we're here again, so let's see who wins. Bengals and Ravens. Is the AFC North the worst division of football right now? Maybe. I don't know. Also, the Niners beat the Titans. That's a big win right there for San Francisco. But the Bengals, that'll be a gain of 12 right there. Down now to the 12-yard line. Of course, Corey Dillon on that catch. He is this entire offense. With the exception of Chad Ochocinco. It'll be a 3rd and 4. Sorry, Chad Johnson at the time. Kitna taking a shot. That's a touchdown. Back to the end zone for the Cincinnati Bengals. They're going to go up 7-0 early here against the Baltimore Ravens. Let's see what Baltimore does, though. Redman from the 11-yard line. Play action fake for him. Looking to get rid of the football. Chris Redman to his right. Touchdown for the Ravens. They'll tie this one up here at 7. These 2 AFC North teams fighting for that division crown. Here in Week 16, the Ravens have got it back quickly down to the 2-yard line. Handoff. On a 3rd and goal, Lewis is going to be short of the end zone. It'll be a 4th and goal from the 2-yard line, and the Ravens are going to go for it. So Chris Redman out the gun, hands it off to Lewis again. He's stuffed again. Oh, the Bengals go out and get a stop, but John Kitna's offense just isn't good. So, yeah, here comes the Ravens again. Lewis going to pick up 7 yards. He got 16 carries, 451 yards. In this game will now be a 3rd and 6 for Baltimore from the 9-yard line. Of course, they've switched sides in the middle of the quarter because that makes sense, Madden. Redman on a 3rd and 6, though. He'll be sacked to the 18-yard line. The Ravens will have to kick a field goal, trying to go up by 3. That one is up, and it is good. So 10-7 here for Baltimore, and they get the football back because John Kitna's offense, again, just can't do anything. Redman to his right, touchdown for for Baltimore. That should probably do it here in Cincinnati. Again, the story was nice. The Bengals, you know, they put together a nice story this season, but oh wait, John Kitna is getting his team back in the game. 29-yard touchdown for Kitna makes it a 17-14 game. What will the Bengals do? Okay, Chris Redmond to Travis Taylor. Yeah, it's going to do it. I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to go win this game. Jamal Lewis is going to try to run it out. And yeah, that should do it. Oh, the Bengals are going to have 20 seconds left. We'll see if John Kitna can pull something out of his ass real quick. And the answer to that will be, with 9 seconds left, that will be a no. Okay. So the Baltimore Ravens are going to go out. They're going to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Likely that does it for the Bengals playoff hopes. I mean, they could get back in the dance, but it's really looking like the Baltimore Ravens are going to go out and they're going to win this AFC North. Of course, the Bengals and Ravens best friends after the games, because that makes sense. But the Ravens win, likely your AFC North champs. The Pittsburgh Steelers, though, on the way up currently. We'll see if the Steelers can get back into that hunt. And the Cardinals beat the Colts because Peyton Manning's just not playing good football right now. The Rams beat the Vikings, Patriots beat the Bills, Bledsoe's returning to New England. I was going to do that game, but both those teams just aren't very good, so we didn't even feature that one. Pittsburgh beats Kansas City. Just saying, the Steelers are coming back. All right, that does it for Week 16. 2 more to go. And yeah, look at those two teams I told you to worry about. The Steelers and Rams. I told you earlier on when those two teams were struggling that, yeah, they might not be having the best regular seasons, but if they get in the playoffs, if they sneak in, they have the talent to make a run. Both of them the number 7 seeds. You do not want to see those teams in the playoffs. We got some big matchups this week. Bucks and Jets. We've got Ravens and Rams. We've also got Falcons and Bills, and that's the game we're actually going to go to because we haven't seen the Falcons just yet. Currently, they're fighting, trying to make it the playoffs currently. And yeah, they're a pretty good team. Mike Vick, of course, their quarterback. We haven't seen Drew Bledsoe since week 2 just because the Bills aren't very good, but we want to see some Mike Vick action here, hopefully, before they make the playoffs. We're thinking they're probably going to be in, but here we go. Falcons and Bills here from Orchard Park. And okay, Drew Bledsoe's going to come out here. He's going to throw for a 26-yard touchdown to start this game. This was more supposed to be the Falcons feature game because we're trying to get the Falcons, you know, some exposure before the playoffs, but maybe the Bills are going to shock the world here. Of course, this is a road game for the Falcons. It's a tough game for them. Here on a 3rd and 9, Mike Vick barely gets it off. That one's going to be caught, and he's going to be short of the first down marker. We'll see if Atlanta will go for it on a 4th and 1. They will. Vick from under center hands it off. That'll be enough for the first down for Atlanta. They'll pick up 3 yards. That is done on the carry. Now a 1st and goal for Atlanta. That'll be handoff again. Done. Breaking off a tackle. He'll get into the end zone. Atlanta's going to tie this game up at 7 here on the road. And basically a must-win for both teams. More for the Falcons, really, because the Bills, no one's expecting them to be in the playoffs, even though they were good in real life this season, but still. 3rd and goal for Drew Bledsoe from the 2-yard line. Bledsoe escaping to the outside. He'll go down. It's Smith on the sack, and it will force the Bills to kick a field goal, so it will be a 28-yarder for Buffalo. That one's up, and it is good. So the Bills still in the lead, 10-7. Can Atlanta strike back? And there you go. Mike Vick to Michael Westbrook. 12-yard touchdown for the Falcons. They now go up by 4. Your new score here in Buffalo, 14-10 for Atlanta, and now they've got it back here in the 4th quarter at the 4-yard line. A touchdown can do it. Vick to his left. That one's caught, and oh, he's going to be short. Down at the 1-yard line, what will Atlanta do on a 4th and goal? They're going to go for it. Vick hands it off to his running back. Touchdown, Atlanta. And the Falcons may have just punched their ticket in the playoffs. Oh my goodness, Michael Vick and the Falcons go on the road to Buffalo. They win 24-10, and indeed that will do it. The Atlanta Falcons have clinched a playoff spot in the NFC playoffs. Huge coming out of this Falcons team. Obviously, no one really thought they were going to win the division, which they probably won't do because of the Buccaneers, but still a good season really for Mike Vick's Falcons. Look at the Buccaneers though, they lose the Jets. The Patriots trying to make a late season push. They beat the Jaguars. You've got the Niners beating the Texans. The Rams beat the Ravens. And Pittsburgh blows out the Browns. And the Vikings beat the Packers. Interesting. On to the last week of the season. Let's see what happens. So take a look at the NFC side of the bracket. Those teams are all going to be in the playoffs. The order might change, but those are the 7 teams in the NFC playoffs. Those have already been decided. So we're focusing on the AFC right now. We're going to take a look at the NFC real quick, but yeah, it's going to be those squads. Rich Gannon currently in the lead for the passing title. Then it'll be Drew Brees and Trent Green after that. Falk, Alexander, Priest, Holmes lead the rushing leaders. And oh my goodness, old man Chris Carr is in first place over Randy Moss for the receiving lead. And Michael Strahan is going to win that Sack King title, but okay. On the NFC, of course, you know the playoff teams. It's going to be the Seahawks, Rams, Falcons, Packers, Bucks, 49ers, and Eagles. The way that is decided, who knows, but for the most part, we know how this NFC playoff picture is going to be, so we're not going to focus on that. On to the AFC, because this is where it gets really interesting. So the Raiders have already locked up that first seed. You know the Chargers are going to be there. You know the Jets are going to be there. And you know that the Titans are going to be in there. The rest, though, who knows? The game we're going to focus on this week. I mean, a lot of teams have an outside shot. The New England Patriots can still get in. A lot of these teams can still get in the playoffs with some help, but we had to choose this rivalry for Week 18. It is the AFC North Championship game between the Baltimore Ravens and Pittsburgh Steelers. The winner of this game, they're in the playoffs. The losers are out. The stakes couldn't be higher. The stakes cannot be higher in this one. And of course, it's Pittsburgh versus Baltimore. So the Ravens will get the scoring started here with this very long 53-yard field goal. The Ravens up 3-0, and Chris Redman's got his squad back down the 6-yard line. Redman over the middle, got his man for the touchdown. It's gonna be Stokely, and the Ravens go up 10-0 over Pittsburgh. But here comes Tommy Maddox. Whenever in danger, give it to the bus. Jerome Bettis fighting his way in the end zone. It will be 7-10 now after Bettis' first touchdown of the game. 10-7 for Baltimore, but here come the Steelers back from the 22-yard line. Maddox on a 3rd and 5. Over the top, deep corner going for Hines Ward. It will be incomplete, and the Pittsburgh Steelers will bring out their special teams unit, try to tie this game up at 10. Of course, they won't go for it on 4th and 5. This is the 37-yard field goal, 39-yard field goal, excuse me. That one is up and it's good. Tie game here at 10. Later on in the second quarter, Pittsburgh can get another shot at a field goal. Never mind. They go with the fake and when it died by the backup quarterback, Cordell Stewart. You couldn't ask for a better ball. I mean, given he was wide open, but it's a fake field goal for a touchdown for the Steelers. In this rivalry game, they go up 17-10. The Ravens go and get a field goal, so it's now 17-13. Redman now gonna find his tight end on the crossing route for a gain of 10. So Baltimore is definitely not done just yet. But man, after that fake field goal, it's going to be tough to come back. But here you go, 1st and goal. It's going to be Lewis on the pitch to the outside, touchdown. So never mind, the Ravens go back up by 3 points. It will be the toss to the left for Lewis, and it's 20-17 for Baltimore. Here comes Pittsburgh, though. Late in the 3rd quarter, here comes Tommy Maddox on a 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Maddox from out the gun, dropping back, looking to throw Tommy Maddox to his left. He's got his receiver open to the drag route. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. These two teams are exchanging shots here in Baltimore as the Pittsburgh Steelers go up 24-20 on the touchdown. It is Plexico Burress. 24-20. Here comes the Ravens. Season on the line. Chris Redman on 3rd and 13. Finds his receiver for the 1st down. Big play right there for Baltimore. It's a pickup of 20 yards over midfield to the Pittsburgh 49-yard line. We go to the sim and no, they turn the football over. We left at the worst time, but Baltimore turns the football over, and all Pittsburgh's got to do is hand the ball off to Jerome Bettis, and Bettis is going to wind this clock. Tommy Maddox is going to kneel down, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are your winners of the AFC North here in 2002. We thought this was most likely going to be the outcome at the beginning of the season, but as the season rolled on, man, the Steelers were not playing good football, but in the end, they sneak in, they find a way to get into the playoffs. They'll be the 4th seed in the AFC, and as for the Baltimore Ravens, that'll do it for them this season, but a good season for Baltimore. Really, no one thought they were going to be even in the spot at the end of the year. Here are your final scores for Week 18. The big one, the Dolphins beat the Patriots, meaning the Patriots are out of the playoffs and the Dolphins are in. Huge game right there. As real quick, before we look at the playoff picture, the MVP of the NFL, Sean Alexander, wins it over Tommy Maddox, Drew Brees, Jeff Garcia, Donovan McNabb, and LaDainian Tomlinson. Sean Alexander is your MVP about 5 years before it happened in real life. Alexander, the best running back in football. Maybe Marshall Faulk has something to say about that, but Faulk is out for the year with an injury, so that's a big hit for the Rams going to the playoffs. But Alexander is your MVP here in 2002. Let's take a look at the passing leaders here. Rich Gannon's going to win the passing title this season. Again, Jay Fiedler, 2nd. Don't know how that happened. He's thrown to Chris Carter, I guess. Drew Brees in 3rd, Trent Green, then Jeff Garcia. Joey Harrington, still with a very good season for his 1st year in the NFL. I don't know how he did that, but good for Joey Harrington. Then comes Patrick Ramsey. We didn't watch a single Redskins game all year because the Redskins were just one of those teams. I mean, they were kind of doing well, but they kind of weren't. I don't know. We didn't really do anything with the Redskins. Maddox had 45 touchdowns this year. That's nuts. Plummer was 18-15 interceptions and touchdowns. McNabb had a really good season. Surprised he didn't win the MVP considering the Eagles do have a 1st-round bye. Then you got Hasselbeck, Vick, Kitna, Brady didn't have that great of a season. Brett Favre surprisingly wasn't tremendous. Peyton Manning was kind of a disappointment. Just the Colts weren't very good. P, then Aaron Brooks, Dante Culpepper, Drew Bledsoe. Then you got Tim Couch, Chad Pennington, Steve McNair, then Brian Greasy, of course, starting this year for the Broncos, Chris Redman. Then you got Chris Chandler for the Bears, Brad Johnson, Quincy Carter, and then Warner came in halfway through the season. There's him. And then you got Mark Brunell. Then you got Mark Bulger. David Garrard played some this season as well. And all those other guys too. Josh Abudi in there as well. Look at the rushing leaders. Falcons out for the season. That's tough for the Rams, but he led the NFL in rushing yards. Alexander, then Bettis, Priest Holmes. Then, of course, you've got Amon Green, LaDainian Tomlinson, Clinton Portis, Stephen Davis for the Redskins, Garrison Hurst. You got Deuce Staley. You got Corey Dillon, Ricky Waters, Fred Taylor, Jamal Lewis, Tiki Barber, Travis Henry, Jamel White. Michael Pittman got over 1,000 yards as well, and work done 995. Michael Bennett, Edwin James, the following, of course, down there. Curtis Martin got injured halfway through the year. And same did actually Emmitt Smith played an entire year. Just didn't do all that well. Maybe he'll end up in Arizona next year. I don't know. Receiving leaders. Randy Moss barely wins over a 38-year-old Chris Carter. Well, I damn hope so, right? Randy Moss, 1,470 receiving yards, 9 touchdowns, but Chris Carter. The Dolphins are in the playoffs. We're going to see some more Chris Carter. He had a very good regular season. Also, Chris Chambers had a really good year too. Plexico Burress was good for the Steelers. 16 touchdowns. Joe Horn, David Patton, Isaac Bruce, Hines Ward, Marvin Harrison, Corey Bradford, Gaffney. You got Donald Driver in there as well. Joey Galloway, Terrell Owens, Torrey Holden there as well. A lot of guys went over 1,000 yards receiving this season. Tim Brown did too. Ty Streets did it. Wow, a lot of receivers. Chad Johnson gets in, I believe, in his second year in the NFL. Tony Gonzalez, the tight end, got it. Eric Johnson, the Niners tight end, Troy Brown barely got it too. Crazy. A lot, and Jerry Rice didn't get it, unfortunately. I look at the defensive stats here real quick. Keith Brooking had a good year for the Falcons. Urlacher had a good year like expected. Derek Smith was good. Ronald McKinnon was good. Michael Strahan, 25 tackles for loss, 22.5 sacks for Strahan. And very old John Randall still balling as well for the Seahawks. But look at the sack leaders. Strahan with 22.5 is a crazy year for him. He's just getting started too in New York. Be on the lookout for Michael Strahan. Even though the Giants weren't very good this season, Strahan still a monster. Justin Smith had a good year as well. Carter was very good as well. Troy Vincent led the NFL in interceptions with 7 for the Philadelphia Eagles, obviously leading that #1 seeded NFC seed, of course, in Philly to the playoffs. Yeah, no really spectacular numbers after that, though, with the secondary. Sebastian Janikowski, guess maybe the best kicker in the NFL. There's a reason he's picked in the first round. All right, that is it for the stats. So it is time for the playoffs. In the AFC, it goes as follows. Raiders 1, Titans 2, Jets 3, Pittsburgh 4, Chargers 5, Chiefs 6, and Dolphins 7. The NFC, we've got the 1-seeded Philadelphia Eagles, the 2-seeded San Francisco 49ers, the Bucks at 3, the Packers at 4, the Seahawks at 5. So we're going to get that rematch between the Packers and the Seahawks in the first round. At pumped for that game. Mike Vick and the Falcons at 6, and the greatest show on turf. They have snuck their way into the playoffs. They are the 7th seed, and they get their NFC West rivals in the San Francisco 49ers in the first round. Oh my goodness, what a playoff slate we have got. Strap in, folks. Buckle up, lock in, dial in, whatever you got to do. Here we go. We've got like 45 minutes of playoff football right here. Let's get it going. We're along for the ride. Steve McNair and the Tennessee Titans start this one out here against Jay Fiedler and the Miami Dolphins. Of course, that doesn't look like Fiedler. Forgot to change that. But here we go. Dolphins and Titans here. First playoff game here in Nashville, Tennessee. McNair's got his guys at the 16-yard line here on a 3rd and 6. McNair dropping back, taking a shot to the ends, and that ball is tipped and it's picked. Patrick Surtain's got the interception, and what a start for the Miami Dolphins. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, we go to the sim, look at the Dolphins. Ricky Williams, 4-yard touchdown. He was hurt at the beginning of the season, but Ricky Williams is back. He is back 100%, and the Dolphins go up 7-0 now in this wild card game. But here come the Titans from the 9-yard line, 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. McNair gonna find his receiver in the end zone. Touchdown for Tennessee. They now tie this game up at 7 before the end of the half. So 7-7 here now in the second quarter. Let's see what happens from here, because Miami gets the football back in the 3rd quarter. Ricky Williams, and oh my goodness, Fiedler to Chris Carter. There was a reason Chris Carter was 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards, a 48-yard strike, and the Dolphins go up 14-7, the 7th seed against the Titans. They wouldn't even be here if it was 2002, but of course, Madden, I can't change the playoff format. They're here, and on a 3rd and 7, Fiedler to his left, he finds his man, it's Ricky Williams. Williams, oh, down the 1. The Miami Dolphins, the underdog Dolphins, are gonna have a 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Fiedler from under the center, he's gonna give it to Ricky Williams. Williams gets in. The Miami Dolphins are up by 14. What is going on? They were big underdogs in this game against the Titans. They got in after beating the Patriots last week, and Ricky Williams with his second touchdown of the game puts the Dolphins up 21-7. Can Tennessee do anything in response? There's 5 minutes left. There is still some time for Steve McNair and this Titans team. Here in a 3rd and 7, McNair dropping back. He's being flushed out the pocket. He'll throw one deep shot. He's got it, man. Oh my goodness. The Titans are not dead just yet. Deep shot McNair to Mason. And the Titans with 5 minutes to go are only down by 7 points. Here we go, man. The Dolphins here on a 2nd and 7 though. The Titans are gonna need a huge stop, and that's gonna do it though. A first down likely ends this one, and Ricky Williams goes out. He gets that first down. 3rd and 9 for Miami. This should ice it. Okay, Williams is gonna be stopped, but a field goal here can end the game. Ricky Williams, 26 carries, 87 yards, 2 touchdowns. The field goal to end it for the Oh. What? Well, is that a kicker? Oh my goodness, okay. So the Titans aren't dead yet, I guess. 3rd and 6 for McNair. They only got 28 seconds though. McNair gonna take a shot, middle of the field. That ball's caught. Problem is the clock's gonna keep going. McNair's 13 for 30 in this game. This is gonna be the last shot right here for the Titans. They're gonna take a shot to the end zone here. Here you go. Titans season on the line. McNair hit as he throws, and that's going nowhere. The ball's caught, but it's out of bounds. And oh my, the Miami Dolphins on the road, they stunned totally Jeff Fisher and the Tennessee Titans. 21-14. Jay Fiedler finally gonna get his face scan right because we're gonna fix it after this game. They beat Steve McNair and the Titans. Who would have thought? Who would have thought the 7th-seeded Dolphins win? They will head to Oakland next week to take on the Raiders, and what a crazy first playoff game, and we're just getting started, folks. On to the next, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, Florida is the site for this one. 2 NFC South squads in both the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will go at it. Of course, you got the high-powered offense for Mike Vick and his Atlanta Falcons team. As for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you know what they're good at. You know their defense is good. Can Brad Johnson, though, get the offense going? Can he lead Keyshawn Johnson? Can he lead Michael Pittman into the end zone tonight? And if he can't, you know the Falcons are going to put points on the board. It's just a matter of if the Buccaneers defense can stop them and can they keep up. So here we go. The Buccaneers have got it early down in the deep Falcons territory on a 1st and 10. There goes Johnson down to the 2-yard line. Big play right there for Tampa Bay. It's now a 1st and goal. Johnson down on the handoff. He's got Michael Pittman. Pittman gets into the end zone. Great start for Tampa Bay. In this NFC South rivalry, Pittman gets into the end zone first. 7-0 for the Buccaneers. Football back in the hands of Mike Vick on a 3rd and 4 for the 19-yard line. Vick dropping back, looking over the middle. That ball will be caught. First down for Atlanta down to the 13-yard line. Now a 3rd and 1 for Vick in the offense. Empty set for him. Mike Vick looking to his left. Wide open touchdown Falcons. Crumpler in the end zone for 6. This one's tied up at 7. Already what a game we have. And look at this. Martin Gramatica going to hit that field goal. It'll be a 54-yarder for Tampa Bay. They go up 10-7. Late now in the 3rd quarter. No scoring has happened just yet except for there. Mike Oslott gets pushed 2 yards back into his own end zone. Atlanta gets a safety, but now on a 4th and 1. Oh, they go to Oslott on a 4th and 1 from the 11-yard line. They get it. So it's 10-9 for Tampa Bay. They're up by 1 point after the safety. It's a 3rd and goal for Brad Johnson. Dropping back, looking to throw to his right. Mike Oslott again. Oh my goodness, he shakes up a tackler. Oh, Mike Oslott gets in the end zone. It puts Tampa Bay up by 8 points. It's still a 1-score game, however, and Mike Vick's going to get another shot at it. Still a whole quarter to play as well. But you look at the Falcons drive here. Maybe the best shot. Work done on a couple runs. Now Vick's got him down the 18-yard line. 1st and 10. Down to the 12. Here we go. 3rd and 6 for Vick. They hand it off to Dunn. Work done. Down to about the 4-yard line. It's a gain of 10 right there. He's got 70 rushing yards on the day. 2nd goal for Vick. They'll hand it off to the fullback. Touchdown Falcons. 2-point game. It's 17-15. Here's the all-important 2-point conversion for the Atlanta Falcons. This one is huge. Vick from the gun. Dropping back to QB draw. They're going to let him use his feet. Oh, and Tampa Bay gets to him. Derek Brooks on the tackle. Huge. Absolutely huge. Now Brooks with a sack. The Falcons get the football back, but Derek Brooks is going to sack Mike Vick. What will the Falcons offense do? They punt it back to Tampa Bay. And now here comes Michael Pittman. The Buccaneers going to hand off to Pittman 3 times. Now Johnson gets the first down. I think that's going to do it. I think it will. 3rd and 7 here. The Falcons can get off the field right here. They'll have about a minute left if they can get a stop of Brad Johnson. Johnson to his right. Oh, he's going to be short. It'll be a 4th and inches. What will the Bucks do? They will punt. All right, so Atlanta will get the football back. Oh my goodness, no, it's a direct snap. Oh, no chance. Oh, they give it to Mike Oslot. He was the up man, and what a gutsy call by Gruden. The Buccaneers going to win this one by 2. Your final 17-15. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Falcons here in the wild card round. They will advance. Here we go. Our next game, though, Packers-Seahawks. If you remember from earlier on in the video, the Seahawks earlier on went to Green Bay. They beat Brett Favre and the Packers. Matt Hasselbeck had 4 touchdown passes in that game. Can they do it again? Can they go 2-0 in Lambeau this season? We're going to find out right now. Here we go. So after the Seahawks force a 3-and-out out of the Packers, oh my goodness, Matt Hasselbeck to Darrell Jackson, 25-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are picking up right where they left off here in Green Bay. They're up 7-0, but Brett Favre gets the football back from his 11-yard line. 3rd and 10. Favre! That ball's incomplete. Favre starts this game 2 for 7 passing. Green Bay's going to attempt this field goal here from 28 yards out. It is up and it is good. So the Packers down by 4, but not the spot they wanted to be in. Instead, here you go. They get a turnover. Favre to Donald Driver, 18-yard touchdown. Okay, the Packers back on top, 10-7. Let's see what Hasselbeck does. He doesn't do anything. The Packers get the football back from the 31-yard line. Favre to the outside, finds his man for a pickup of 7 yards. Green Bay's got it now down to the Seattle 24-yard line. Now 3rd and 7 from the 20. They're in the red zone. Favre dropping back, looking to his right on the crossing route. He has got Amon Green out of the backfield. Green down to the 11-yard line. And now a 3rd and 4 for Green Bay. Favre split backs, dropping back. Brett Favre's got time over the top. Touchdown, Packers. And Green Bay with another touchdown. It's a gray man right there, of course. Thank you, EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. But it's 17-7 now for the Packers. The Seahawks immediately trying to respond from the 24-yard line. Hasselbeck dropping back, looking on the crossing route. He's guys receiving for the first down and more. It will be a pickup of 10. And the Seahawks continuing this drive down to the 8-yard line. 3rd and 4 for Hasselbeck, out of the gun. Looking to throw to his right. That ball is caught. He'll be pushed out the 3-yard line, but another new set of downs for the Seattle offense. 1st and goal. I wonder who it's going to. The league's MVP. It's Shaun Alexander. And Alexander letting his presence be known here in the playoffs. He puts the Seahawks on the board. Their second touchdown at 17-14, but Green Bay's got it back here in the 3rd quarter. Favre's got his X factor, and from the 13-yard line, he's going to shoot one to his receiver for a pickup of 8 down to the 5-yard line. Here comes the 3rd and goal. From the 6, Favre dropping back, looking to throw. He's going to Amon Green. Green's got it. And Amon Green out of the backfield is going to score a touchdown. The Green Bay Packers go up by 10 here in the 3rd quarter. It is 24-14. Can the Seahawks mount this comeback? Well, there you go. There is the start. Darrell Jackson's 2nd touchdown of the game. Hasselbeck to Jackson for a 42-yard tutty. It's 21-24 now. Here comes Seattle again. They force a turnover. They get the football from the 12-yard line. Shaun Alexander goes untouched into the end zone. You gotta be kidding me. 14 unanswered points for the Seahawks in the 4th quarter, and they've taken the lead by 4, 20-24 against the Packers. But Green Bay's got it back from the 10. 1st and goal, 2 minutes to go. Amon Green gonna be tripped down at the 4. You can't write this stuff. 3rd and goal for the Packers at the 4-yard line. Far from out the gun, looking to throw. Brett Favre over the top. It's batted. Oh, and it's picked off. That's gonna do it. Brown with the interception. That's gonna send the Packers packing. No pun intended, but the Seattle Seahawks, for the 2nd time this season, have gone on the road and they've beaten Brett Favre's Green Bay Packers. This time they win it 28-24. You can't write this stuff. So we've already seen the Dolphins, who are the 7th seed, upset the 2 seed Tennessee Titans. And now we've seen the number 5 seed Seattle Seahawks for the 2nd time this season beat the Green Bay Packers, the winners of the NFC North. What's going to happen next? Because now the San Diego Chargers trot into Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to take on the Steelers. Here we go. It is Drew Brees versus Tommy Maddox. It's Brees' first big shot here in the postseason. Of course, he's already got LaDainian Tomlinson in the backfield. Can the Chargers upset Pittsburgh, one of the favorites at the start of the season to win the Super Bowl? They had the second highest odds. Let's see, because here on a 3rd and 2, Drew Brees is going to keep this drive alive from the 17-yard line. It will be a pickup of 10 down to the 7-yard line. Now a 3rd and goal for San Diego. Brees dropping back, looking to throw the football. Drew Brees trying to escape. He'll throw it on the run, and that's going out the back of the end zone. So San Diego is going to be forced to kick a field goal here. It'll be a 25-yarder. That one is good. So the Chargers go up 3-0 to start this game off in Pittsburgh, but Tommy Maddox gets his guys down the 2-yard line on a 3rd and goal. They give it to the bus, but Jerome Bettis is stuffed. So it will be a 4th and goal from the 1. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going for it. They hand it off to Bettis again, and the Chargers get to him again. Bettis starts this game 7 carries for 15 yards. What a damn start for the Chargers. The Steelers offense comes out from the 6-yard line now after getting the football back on a 2nd goal. Tommy Maddox gonna lose 14 yards on that play. Marcellus Wiley on the sack. It'll now be a 3rd and goal for Pittsburgh from the 20. Maddox just gonna dump it off right there. He'll pick up a couple more yards to make that field goal easier from the 14-yard line. Here comes the kick. It is up and it is good. So this game's all tied up now at 3. But it's kind of been weird. The Chargers offense has just disappeared. After getting that field goal to start the game, they haven't really done much. And here on this 3rd and 6, Maddox to Hines Ward for a pickup of 13 yards down to the San Diego 6-yard line. Here comes the 1st and goal. Maddox from under center hands it off to Jerome Bettis. Oh my! Jerome Bettis puts his shoulder down and he just runs through the entire Chargers defense. It's going to be 10-3 now for Pittsburgh. Here come the Chargers, though, back with it from the 7-yard line. 2nd goal for Brees. Taking a step back, he's looking. Drew Brees over the middle. Touchdown, San Diego. And the Chargers respond immediately. This one's tied up at 10. We've got a damn game. Pittsburgh, though, gets it back in the red zone. 2nd goal handoff, Jerome Bettis. I mean, oh my goodness. He's unstoppable right now. Ever since the Chargers got that stop early in the game against the Bus, Bettis has been unstoppable. They haven't been able to bring him down. It's 17-10 for Pittsburgh, and they get the ball back on a 3rd and 3. I wonder who it's going to. Toss to the right. Jerome Bettis. This time the Chargers bring him down. So what will Pittsburgh do? You think the smart move is the field goal? No. They're going for it. They were in the same play. Bettis still can't get it. So it's another huge stand for the Chargers D-line, and they're gonna give Drew Brees a shot. The problem, it's a 4th and 7 from their own 23-yard line. Brees dropping back, gonna say a prayer. Oh my goodness, Drew Brees looking for it all. Oh, it's caught! Drew Brees connects, and it's gonna be all the way down the 7-yard line. Oh my goodness! You gotta be kidding me! Drew Brees says a prayer. He heaves it down to the 7-yard line. And now it's a 2nd goal for Brees. Dropping back over the middle. Touchdown, San Diego. They were dead to rights, but they've come back. Brees to Conway. And it's 2 amazing catches by Curtis Conway to save the season for the Chargers. That penalty is going to be on Pittsburgh. Oh my goodness, San Diego's still in it. Joey Porter on the pass interference. That's not going to matter. We go to overtime now. Tied at 17. Who will get it first? It'll be the Chargers. Here on 1st and 10, it's an 8-yard rush by LaDainian Tomlinson. Another big run. And oh, game over. I mean, I don't even get to see it on the Super Sim. Spoiler alert, the Chargers win. 23-17, the San Diego Chargers. I mean, 60-yard touchdown run by LaDainian Tomlinson wins it for the Chargers. This team's insane. It was the plays by Curtis Conway and the plays by Drew Brees that did it for them. The Chargers are moving on. It's a heartbreaking loss for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but now here we are in our next wildcard game. We're back here in San Francisco, totally Candlestick Park. We've got the 49ers and the Rams, 2 versus 7. Will we see yet another upset? But is it really an upset if the Rams win the way they've been playing recently? I don't know, because look at that pitch to the outside. Jeff Garcia's got Hurst. It's going to be a touchdown to start this one here for the San Francisco 49ers. They go up 7-0. And the Rams offense can't do anything on their first drive. So 3rd and 8 for Garcia from the 13-yard line to the outside. Jeff Garcia fighting Hurst, and that's another touchdown. All San Francisco early. It's gonna be 14-0 now for the San Francisco 49ers. Let's see if the Rams offense can do something. There you go. Just like that, Warner to Bruce, 38-yard touchdown for St. Louis. It is now 14-7 off of their touchdown. But the 49ers, again, working the ball down into deep Rams territory on a 3rd and goal. You can't cover the man. Terrell Owens on the fade route turned kind of a streak. Garcia to Owens, and the San Francisco 49ers go back up by 14. It's 21-7, and after a Rams field goal, Garcia to Owens, 58 yards. It puts San Francisco up 28-10, but the Rams still fighting. It's another Warner to Bruce touchdown. It gets the Rams within 11. And now we're into the third quarter. They actually make this now a 8-point game. It's 28-20. San Francisco back with it on a 3rd and 12. If you're the Rams, you cannot give that up. Kevon Barlow, on that big play from Jeff Garcia picks up a first down. It'll now be a 2nd and 7 for San Francisco. Garcia dropping back, looking. Terrell Owens in the drag route, touchdown. We will check the flag on the play, but if that one stands, it's Owens' 3rd touchdown of the game, and the Rams have not been able to hold him the entire game. It's going to be roughing the passer on St. Louis. It's not going to matter. It's on Damian Lewis, and it's now going to be 35-20 for the 49ers, but here come the Rams again from the 3-yard line. It's a 1st and goal. Again, remember, they are playing without Marshall Faulk, so they're going the backup running back instead. Touchdown for St. Louis. So it's now 27-35. They're not done. I don't know how Andy Reid became their coach, but look at this. The Niners get the ball back, and they have a safety. They give up a safety, so the Rams get 2 points. It's a 6-point game. But the Rams are running out of time. They only got 2 minutes left, and now they have a 4th and 10 from their own 20-yard line. So Kurt Warner out the gun, gonna say a prayer. Warner taking a shot downfield. Oh my goodness, Kurt Warner. Isaac Bruce has got a man beat. Oh, he catches it. He stays on his feet, and Isaac Bruce, 80-yard touchdown on a 4th and 10. It was their last shot. Warner finds Isaac Bruce, and the Rams go up by 1. Unbelievable. This and the Drew Brees play from just the previous game, back-to-back, Warner to Bruce. A perfect throw and a perfect catch. That's the play of the damn video so far. But the Niners are still in it from the 38-yard line. It's a 1st and 10. Garcia can try to get his team into field goal range to win the game. Instead, he takes a shot downfield. They call Hail Mary. I don't know if that was the smart move because that one falls incomplete, and the St. Louis Rams have beaten the San Francisco 49ers 36-35. They are moving on, and they'll see the Philadelphia Eagles next week. What a matchup that will be. But we've got our final wild card game now. It is the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the New York Jets. It is 3 versus 6. The Jets started the season so well. They finished kind of shaky, but of course they're still in the dance, and here you go. But Trent Green immediately finds Dante Hall for a 17-yard touchdown, putting the Chiefs up 7-0 early here against the Jets. What can Chad Pennington and the Jets offense do? Nothing, because Trent Green will get the football back, and he'll throw to Dante Hall for their 2nd touchdown of the game. This one's a 9-yarder. It's 14-0 just like that for KC, and now they got the ball at the 5-yard line. Trent Green on a 3rd and 3, trying to go up by 3 scores. Green to his left, gonna find Priest Holmes. Holmes gonna be short of that 1st down marker, so it'll be a 4th and 3, and the Chiefs will elect to kick the field goal here. And oh my goodness, no, Morton Anderson's their kicker. No, oh my goodness, Morton Anderson just threw a touchdown pass to Tony Gonzalez in a playoff game. That's Jets football, folks. That's embarrassing. Oh my goodness, Morton Anderson and Tony Gonzalez. It's 24-0. And here comes Trent Green. He's keeping on a read option. They're that concerned with Priest Holmes. They all follow him, and yeah, Trent Green's gonna score a touchdown. I mean, disgusting from the Jets. You finally get to the playoffs, you get a home game, and you just get killed, 52-14. I mean, sorry Jets fans it had to happen to you, but that's it. We're moving on to the divisional. See ya. And then they were 8. Raiders, Dolphins, Chargers, Chiefs, Eagles, Rams, Buccaneers, and Seahawks. One of these 8 will be your Super Bowl champions. We start first in Philadelphia, maybe the best matchup of the entire weekend. Here you go, Eagles and Rams. I don't think it can get much better than this. The Rams are the Super Bowl favorites to come into the season. They were shaky to start, but they're playing their best football right now. The Philadelphia Eagles have been the best team throughout this entire season, with the exception of the Oakland Raiders. So, tremendous game right here. Let's see what the Eagles do to start on a 3rd and goal. That's going to be a touchdown. Donovan McNabb going to find his man in the back of the end zone. And just like that, it will be 7-0 here for the Philadelphia Eagles. They have the ball back now at the 4-yard line. McNabb dropping back on the slant route. He's got yet another touchdown. Give him his 2nd of the day. This time it is going to his receiver in Todd Pinkston. 14-0 for Philadelphia, and oh yeah, they have the ball back with 15 seconds left in the half. McNabb on a 1st and 10, taking a shot to the end zone. That one's gonna be caught. It's all Eagles tonight. McNabb in the back of the end zone has got his man. This time it's James Thrash. It's going to be 21-0, and yeah, they've got it again. 2nd and 6 for McNabb. The Rams haven't done anything on offense or defense. Make it 28-0. It's another touchdown for Thrash. 28-0 for the Eagles. The Rams just didn't show up tonight. Halfway through the third quarter, can St. Louis do something? Well, they made it 14-28. That's a start. Kurt Warner with all 3 timeouts here on a 2nd and 8. Warner in the pocket, looking over the middle. He's got his man for the touchdown. So St. Louis gets some points on the board. It's 21-28. The touchdown to Troy Edwards. It's a 7-point game. They're going to get the football back here on a 4th and 3. Where have I seen this before? Can Warner pull out some magic? Here, he's looking over the middle. Trying for Torrey Holt, or Isaac Bruce, excuse me, but it's incomplete. And the Philadelphia Eagles are going to take down the St. Louis Rams. The Rams gave up 28 to start the game, but then scored 21 unanswered of their own. Still, though, it was too little, too late for the St. Louis Rams. They have been sent home packing, and the Philadelphia Eagles are going to the NFC Championship game. The NFC still runs through Philadelphia, at least for this season. Here you go. Your next game is now the San Diego Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, 2 AFC West squads going at it for a chance to play in the AFC Championship game. If the Dolphins win, then the winner of this game will host the AFC Championship. Of course, if the Raiders win, then the AFC Championship game will be in Oakland. But here you go. It's 3-0 for Kansas City. Drew Brees from the 15-yard line on a 3rd and 4, going to find his tight end. He stays on his feet. It will be a touchdown for the Chargers. San Diego goes up early, 7-3. With Kansas City getting the football back, they can't do anything. It will be a 3rd and goal for Brees' Chargers. To his left for the 2nd time in this game. He will find his tight end. It has been all San Diego so far. It is Steven Alexander putting the Chargers up 14-3. The penalty is on Kansas City. It will be a roughing the passer. So Steven Alexander has already got 2 touchdowns so far in this game, thanks to Drew Brees' offense. And look at this. San Diego going for some more points here. It will be a 38-yard field goal, and oh my, they go for fake. It's Doug Flutie, the backup quarterback. Doug Flutie fighting a lineman. Oh my goodness, Doug Flutie still got it. He's like 45 years old, but Flutie's gonna find the backup left tackle. It's 21-3 for San Diego. And yeah, Doug Flutie and Morten Anderson back-to-back weeks have thrown touchdown passes. It's all San Diego. 1st and goal. Give him number 3. Brees and... I mean, you gotta be kidding me. Brees and Steven Alexander, 3 touchdowns in this game. It's 31-6. This game's not competitive. The Kansas City Chiefs, a week removed from blowing out the New York Jets on the road, just get dismantled by the San Diego Chargers here in totally San Diego, California. All Drew Brees. The Chargers are heading to the AFC Championship game. They will await the winner of the Oakland Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. But what a season it's been so far for the Chargers. They're moving on, and now we move on to, of course, the other AFC matchup, Raiders and Dolphins. You see the Dolphins faithful has showed up here in Oakland, totally Oakland, right? This is definitely the Coliseum. Here you go. The Dolphins have it on a 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line, dropping back. Fiedler's gonna find Desmond Clark in the end zone, and the Miami Dolphins go up 7-0 to start this game. Who would have thought? Here comes Oakland. They've been the best team in the regular season. Here comes Rich Gannon on a 1st and goal. He hands it off. Touchdown. That easy for Oakland. They drive the ball right down the field. They hand it off to their running back right there in Wheatley, and it's 7-7 now. Here comes Oakland back with the football. Gannon from the 18-yard line, dropping back on a 3rd and 4. Rich Gannon to his right. That ball's picked off. Oh, he's going to be picked off by Miami, and they might take that one all the way back down to the 40, 30, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown. It is Sam Madison. Who would have thought 20 years later he'd be the quarterback's coach for the Kansas City Chiefs, but Madison just scored a pick 6 to put the Dolphins up 14-7. Unbelievable. What can Oakland do in response? Nothing. Will they get a field goal? Janikowski's going to hit it. It's 14-10 for Fiedler, and the Dolphins offense here on a 3rd and 5. He's going to eat a sack. He'll lose 12 yards on the play. Oakland's going to get the football back, and now they've driven it down to the 14-yard line. Here comes Rich Gannon. On the handoff, he gives it to Wheatley, but he doesn't get anything. Oh, Miami there on the stop. And now on a 4th and 4, Oakland's going to go from the 13-yard line. Rich Gannon to his left. That ball will be caught in the end zone. Tim Brown on the curl route. Brown catches it. He avoids the tackle. He slips away. And Tim Brown's going to put the Oakland Raiders up 17-14. But Fiedler responds immediately. 2 minutes later, he'll find James Jordan in the end zone for a 12-yard tutty. It's 21-17. Let's see if Oakland's got a response. 3rd and 4 for Rich Gannon. Season on the line. 3:30 left to go. Gannon over the middle finds his receiver for the big first down conversion. It is Jerry Porter. Porter to the 9-yard line, a 1st and goal for Gannon. From under center, he'll hand it off to Wheatley. And on the counter play, he's going to truck his way to the end zone. The Oakland Raiders go back up. It's now 24-21. Huge play right there by Oakland. Can Miami, though, do they have one more response in them? We will see. And oh no, Fiedler gets picked off by Rod Woodson. Rod Woodson with the play of the season for the Raiders here on a 3rd and 4. They're going to be stopped. Flag on the play, though. Interested to see what this is going to be. Assuming it's going to be on Oakland. Yeah, it's going to be a hold on the Raiders. The Dolphins will probably decline this one because they already got him on a 4th and short. That's what they're going to do. Janikowski's going to come out here for the chip shot field goal. That's all fun and games, but the Dolphins still have a shot to win this game. They're only down by 6, 27-21. Here comes Fiedler in the offense, and again on the first play throws an interception to Rod Woodson. Clutch by Rod Woodson too, by the way. And then Tyron Wheatley's going to end this game with a 3-yard touchdown. Well, it was a fun run for the Dolphins. They weren't supposed to be here. In the end, though, it's Fiedler's 2 interceptions to Rod Woodson, who's going to do it. Oakland's going to win this one. They are heading on to the AFC Championship game where, of course, they will be taking on the Drew Brees-led San Diego Chargers. Good run for the Dolphins, just wasn't enough, though, to take down this very loaded Oakland Raiders squad. Our final game of the divisional round, we are back in Tampa Bay, Florida. We've got Brad Johnson's Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And the Seahawks, road warriors, man, winning twice this season at Lambeau Field. They did it again last week in the wild card round. Huge win over Brett Favre. Can they overcome this defense, though? That is the real question. Buccaneers and Seahawks, who are moving on to the NFC Championship game to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. We are about to find out. Very exciting right here. It's a 3rd and goal for Tampa Bay from the 5-yard line. Brad Johnson looking to throw the football. He's got all day and wide open. I mean, they didn't have anyone close to Keyshawn Johnson. Johnson's in the end zone. It's 7-0 now for Tampa Bay. Just like that. Seattle, though, back with the football from the 4-yard line. Hasselbeck looking to his right, and Matt Hasselbeck's going to find his receiver on the slant route. He is all grayed out for the touchdown. It will be Darrell Jackson. This one's tied up at 7. Tampa Bay's offense, though, back to the 1-yard line. I wonder who this is going to. Mike Oslot on the toss to the right, 3rd and inches. Mike Oslot's going to be stuffed. What a play by the Seattle front line to push him back. It'll be a 4th and 1. Tampa keeps the offense on the field. Brad Johnson dropping back, looking to throw. Brad Johnson over the middle, touchdown. Keyshawn Johnson gets number 2. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns for Johnson and Johnson. It's 14-7. Later in this game, Tampa's up by 7. Here comes Gramatica on a big 34-yard field goal. It's good. Tampa goes up by 10, but look at this. Seattle responds. It's a 3-point game, 20-17, with 4 minutes to go. Can Tampa Bay close this one out? It'll be a 3rd and inches for Brad Johnson from the 48-yard line. They hand it off to Michael Pittman Sr., and Pittman's got it. Pittman picks up the 1st down, and that will do it from Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers hold on against the Seattle Seahawks. They do just enough to beat the Road Warriors, and now we are down to 4 on to Championship Sunday. So very similar to the in real life 2002 Final Four, we've got 3 out of the 4. It was obviously Eagles and Buccaneers in Philadelphia in real life, and the Raiders versus the Titans in real life. Of course, we've got the Chargers now instead, but first we head to the NFC Championship game here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we have got the Philadelphia Eagles. Can Tampa Bay do what they did in real life 20 years ago, or can Philadelphia rewrite history? We are going to find out. Here we go, folks. Who is going to the Super Bowl? It'll be a 3rd and 10 here for Brad Johnson in the offense from the 12-yard line. Johnson looking to his left. Deep corner. That ball's picked off. Oh, Brad Johnson trying for Keyshawn Johnson. Instead, it'll be picked off by Taylor. And now Philadelphia is going to turn this one into a 1st and goal. Handoff. Touchdown. It is Deuce Staley. Staley gets the first points on the board here in the NFC Championship game. It is 7-0 for the Eagles, but the Buccaneers are going to respond. Brad Johnson on the 6-yard touchdown pass ties this game up at 7. Let's see what the Eagles do. Back with the football. Philadelphia's got it at the 19-yard line. It will be a 3rd and 10 for Donovan McNabb. McNabb from out the gun, looking to his left. That ball will be caught, staying on his feet for more than just 10 yards. It is going to be James Thrash, and the Eagles now go up 14-7. And now they're going to score again. McNabb to Antonio Freeman on a 13-yard touchdown pass puts the Eagles up by 2 scores. The Buccaneers defense is folding as we speak. Can the offense get them back in the game? Now what you want to hear out of Tampa Bay, obviously, their defense is their strong suit. 3rd and 4, they keep with Brad Johnson, and he doesn't get it. He'll be down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 4th and 2. They're going to try to kick the field goal here, and that one is up, and it is good. So the Buccaneers will cut the lead to 11. It's 21-10. Philadelphia, though, with a very long drive. They've taken down the 9-yard line with 5 minutes to go. McNabb on a 3rd and 7. Gonna be dropped. Derek Brooks with his 2nd sack of the game. The problem is the clock is still running. Philadelphia now with David Akers gets to attempt a 38-yard field goal, and Akers has got it. So it's 24-10 out for Philadelphia. Time is running out on the Buccaneers. Let's see what they can do here. And they turn the ball over on downs, and this game's over. Wow. I mean, they're going to score here with 3 seconds left, but this one's over. The Philadelphia Eagles, it's an anticlimactic end to this NFC Championship game, but the Philadelphia Eagles were in control basically the entire way through. They win this NFC Championship game by 7. It is 24-17. The Eagles rewrite history. They are going to the Super Bowl. They're heading to San Diego. Who will they face, though? Here in Oakland, it will be the Raiders and Chargers. Can the Chargers be the first team to play a home Super Bowl with a win tonight? They will achieve that goal. Here it is, man. Chargers and Raiders, AFC West rivals go at it for a ticket to the Super Bowl. On the line, will it be Breeze or will it be Gannon taking on Donovan McNabb? Let's go. So the Raiders have it now from the 12-yard line. Gannon on a play-action fake, looking to throw the ball. Rich Gannon, deep shot. It's going to be out of bounds. So Oakland's going to kick a field goal here. Never mind. Wow, they're going for it on 4th and 3. Bold move right now for the Raiders. Here comes Gannon over the middle. It's going to pay off. Rich Gannon finds his receiver over the middle. It was Jerry Porter. Here comes a 3rd and goal. Handoff. It's going to Wheatley. Touchdown, Raiders. And the Oakland Raiders get the scoring started here in the AFC Championship game. They go up 7-0. Can Drew Brees and this Chargers offense respond to that? Here you go. In the 2nd quarter, it's a 1st and 10. Halfback draw led Danian Tomlinson. He's kept this Chargers team really in business throughout this entire season. He's kept them together. It's a 2nd and 3. Brees looking to throw to his left. Touchdown. It's his 4th in the last 2 games. And he had 3 last game, of course. We are talking about Alexander. But look at this. The Chargers get the ball back, and they throw a pick immediately. Breeze gives one up to Terrence Shaw, and the Raiders get the football deep into Chargers territory. They're going to have it at the 29-yard line. What can Rich Gannon and Tim Brown and, of course, Jerry Rice do with the football? Here comes the 1st and goal. Gannon from out the gun, looking to throw. Rich Gannon to his right. Touchdown, Raiders. It's Tim Brown. It's hard to keep up with this offense. The Raiders go up 14-7, but the Chargers respond. We're tied up at 14 again. Rich Gannon, though, on a 3rd and goal, looking to throw the football. Gannon sacked in the backfield. He loses 10 yards. So the Raiders at least trying to take the lead before the end of the half, but Janikowski misses the field goal. Insane. So this one's going into halftime, tied at 14. Starting off with the football in the 2nd half are the San Diego Chargers. They're driving down the field in their first drive, but Eric Johnson on the interception. It's Brees' 2nd of the game. You don't see him doing this often. But early in his career, Drew Brees, with 2 interceptions in the biggest game so far of his career, gives Gannon the football back from the 21-yard line. Rich Gannon, deep shot. Oh! How is that ball not caught by Jerry Porter? That cost Oakland 7 points right there. Instead, they'll elect to take the Janikowski 38-yard field goal. This time, Janikowski's going to hit it, but the Raiders could be up by 7 right now. Instead, it's only a 3-point lead with the Chargers getting the ball back, but San Diego still can't do anything with the football. 3rd and 10 for Gannon from the 23-yard line. Rich Gannon off his back foot, throws it deep corner. Touchdown, Raiders! Oh, it's going to be caught. Jerry Porter. Porter, just like that, made up for the last drop. It puts the Raiders up by 10 points with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here comes San Diego, though. 3rd and 1 for Drew Brees from the 4-yard line. Brees being blitzed, and he's going to go down. He drops the football. Oh, that could do it. Drew Brees, at least if you hold on, you got 3 points. He'll lose the football. Oakland takes over. But somehow, the Chargers get the ball back and they go down the field. It's going to be Brees to Conway. It's a 3-point game with 6 minutes to go. The Chargers are never out of a football game. Here comes Oakland. 4 minutes to go on a 3rd and 9. Rich Gannon dropping back. Looking to throw Rich Gannon over the middle. Ball is caught again. It's Jerry Porter. What a game he's having. Jerry Porter down to the 7-yard line. It's a 1st and goal for Oakland. Here comes Gannon. They hand it off to the running back and Wheatley. Wheatley's still on his feet, and he's going to get into the end zone and puts the Raiders up by 10 points with only 4 minutes left to play. That might be the dagger. But again, we said it earlier, never count out the San Diego Chargers team because look what happened. He missed it again. It's a touchdown for San Diego. Brees to Tomlinson, an 81-yard touchdown. There's still 3 minutes left, folks. Big play for Oakland, big drive for Oakland. The Chargers need to stop. It's a 1st and 10 handoff. Tyrone Wheatley trying to end the game, and that will end most likely the Chargers season as well. They've already burned 2 timeouts, and the Oakland Raiders survive at home. They win by 3. The Raiders are moving to the Super Bowl where they are going to be taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The 2 1 seeds will meet again. You saw them earlier this season in Oakland. The Raiders were victorious in that first encounter. We're going to see these two in just a few minutes. First, folks, we're going to check the Pro Bowl rosters. Here's your final playoff picture before the big game in San Diego. What a season it's been so far, folks. If you got this far, make sure to leave a comment, too, saying you got this damn far. Oh, my goodness, though. Here are your Pro Bowl rosters. Again, they don't mean much, but you can take a look at some of the guys that are on the screen. Curly Marshall-Faulk made it, even though he's got the injury. Randy Moss, of course, maybe the best receiver in the game, but still, Chris Carter's still balling for the Dolphins. We'll see if he'll come back for the next season. Marvin Harrison makes it. Terrell Owens. You got Hines Ward in there. You got Tony Gonzalez makes it, of course. Orlando Pace. The names you expect to be in this game are in the Pro Bowl. Larry Allen gets in there for them Cowboys. Jeff Saturday is a Pro Bowler like expected. Michael Strahan gets in. He had the sack title this year. What was it, 24.5? John Randall was close in that race as well. A lot of good players in this Pro Bowl. Brian Urlacher, Ray Lewis, Joey Porter. Of course, we're not going to be watching it, though, because we have a Super Bowl to attend to. That should be a fun game. We're not even going to check the score because we don't give a damn about this damn Pro Bowl. Here we go, folks. It's time for the soup. The date is January 26, 2003, and it's time for the big game. From San Diego, California, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Las Vegas Raiders, the 2 best teams in football this season. It was only right. It was only right these 2 teams faced off in the final game of this 2002 season. Donovan McNabb with a career year. Same can be said about Rich Gannon and his Oakland Raiders offense. There he is. Both men looking for their first Super Bowl titles. Who's gonna get it tonight? We are about to find out. I am so pumped. Here comes Rich Gannon. What a season he did have. 4,683 yards, 28 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. He's throwing to, of course, Jerry Rice and Tim Brown, the greatest receiver of all time on this team. He's 39 years old, but he's still doing the damn thing. First play of the Super Bowl, Gannon over the middle. That ball is going to be caught by Tim Brown. His leading receiver, Brown, for the first down. Now the Raiders have got it down to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and 12 for Gannon. Rich Gannon looking over the middle. He will get it to Tim Brown again. Brown's down to the 40-yard line. What will the Raiders do? 57-yarder for Sebastian Janikowski. They're going to attempt it. Janikowski for 57 yards, and it's tough to see, but it's no good. So this one's still knotted up at 0. Janikowski can't get the first points of the Super Bowl, and there are your first points. 17-yard touchdown pass, Donovan McNabb to his tight end in Chad Lewis. 7-0 for Philadelphia to kick this game off. What will the Raiders do in response? Nothing, because look at this. The Eagles get it back. It's a fullback dive. Is that a touchdown? Oh, he's down to the 1. Martin will get him down the 1-yard line for a second goal. Out the empty gun is McNabb to his right, to his tight end. Touchdown. It will be Chad Lewis. Give him his 2nd touchdown of the game. 14-0 for Philadelphia. The Raiders, though, get it back from the 23-yard line. Here comes Rich Gannon on a 3rd and 6. Gannon dropping back, looking to throw the football to his left. He has got his receiver for the first down. It is Jerry Porter What a postseason that man has had. It's now a 2nd and goal for Oakland from the 2-yard line. Gannon dropping back, looking over the middle. Touchdown for the Raiders. It's gonna be Tim Brown on the reception. And Oakland goes up 14-7 with that big play. They cut the Philly lead in half. Let's see what happens next year because Oakland's got the ball back in the 2-minute drill. 3rd and 6 for Gannon from his own 44-yard line. Rich Gannon to his left completes it for the first down and a lot more. Gannon's got his man down to the 36-yard line. Can the Raiders potentially tie this game up before the end of the half? Well, now they've got to the 7-yard line. Rich Gannon on a 2nd and goal. Dropping back. Rich Gannon's got time to his right. Ball is caught in the corner of the end zone. Tim Brown's in. It's all tied up at 14. The Eagles score 14 and the Raiders do the exact same thing. We're all knotted up at 14 points here as we now go to the second half. McNabb's got his Eagles down to the 12-yard line. Donovan McNabb over the middle. That ball is incomplete. So now it's going to be a 3rd and 10 for Philadelphia. From the 12, McNabb trying to put some more points on the board. He goes back to his tight end right there. But it's only going to be a gain of 2, of course. That, of course, was Chad Lewis. It will be now a 27-yarder for David Akers. He's going to hit it, putting the Eagles on top 17-14. But now we go back to the sim. Deuce Staley can't get enough of the first down, so the Raiders get the football back after a punt. We're in the 4th quarter. 14 yards to Tim Brown. Then Gannon sacked by Michael Lewis. But then he goes to Jerry Rice for 8 yards. 3rd and 8. Penalty on Oakland. 3rd and 18. He's sacked again. Philadelphia is getting the football back in prime position to win this game. McNabb for a 9-yard completion. Deuce Staley picks up a first down. That will be a 2nd and 10 now. Another incomplete pass, 3rd and 10, huge play. 10 minutes to go left in the Super Bowl. McNabb dropping back from the 47-yard line. Donovan McNabb over the middle. That ball is caught. It's not going to be enough for the first down. The Raiders going to stop. And Oakland's getting the football back. Gannon to Rice for 14. Wheatley picks up 2 yards. Now give him 6. It's a key 3rd and 2. 8 minutes to go. Gannon to his right. Ball is caught. Who else? Tim Brown. Brown picks up 12 yards down to the Philadelphia 22-yard line. The Raiders have now got it for a 2nd and 4. Gannon from out the gun, looking to throw. Rich Gannon to his right. That ball's caught. Touchdown Raiders. It's going to be Wheatley, the running back. And the Oakland Raiders go back up on top for the first time in this game. It's 21-17, and Oakland's winning. 7 minutes to go. Philly gets the football back. Antonio Freeman for 29 yards gets it over midfield. McNabb throws one away. It'll be a 2nd and 10. That one's knocked down, so here comes a 3rd and 10 for McNabb. From the 45-yard line, Donovan McNabb on the crossing route has got his receiver. Short of the first down right there. It was his receiver. And Jeremy Stevens will be a 4th and 5 with 5 minutes, and they're punting. Questionable. They send Ryan Lindell out to punt, and he boots it out the back of the end zone, giving Oakland all the time in the world, but Philly's defense is holding strong so far. 3rd and 13, they go to a screen. Is Wheatley gonna pick it up? He will not. And the move paid off because Philadelphia is getting the ball back. Gannon with 3:44 in this game. That does not matter because here comes the Eagles. 1st and 10 from McNabb from the 26-yard line. Donovan McNabb's gonna be sacked. Oh, he's gonna go down. It's a huge play by Tony Bryant. It will be a 2nd and 21 now for Philadelphia. 2 minutes left to go in the season. McNabb dropping back, taking a shot downfield. Donovan McNabb saying his prayers. Oh, it's caught! Down to the 43-yard line. No chances, James thrashed. It will be a 1st and 10 for Philadelphia at the 43. 2:03 left to go. McNabb on a 1st and 10 looking to his right. Ball is caught. Down to the 31. Philadelphia is very much alive in this game. Down by 4, here comes a 2nd and 5. McNabb from out the gun, dropping back. Donovan McNabb got his receiver. To the 15-yard line is James again. 1st and 10 for Philadelphia from the 15. McNabb taking a shot. Oh, it's batted down. He had Chad Lewis. It'll be a 3rd and 8 now for the Eagles. Oh my goodness, McNabb from the 14, lobbing one up. Deep course, picked off, out of bounds. Philly's got one last shot in this game. 4th and 8 for McNabb from the 14-yard line. He's taking a shot downfield. Out of bounds. It's caught out of bounds, and the Oakland Raiders are a 1st down away from ending this game. On the coverage on that last play was Charles Woodson. A 1st down will end it for the Raiders. 3rd and 5 for Rich Gannon over the middle. That ball is caught by Tyrone Wheatley, and that's gonna do it, folks. The Oakland Raiders are world champions. They win here in San Diego 21-17. They rewrite history. Instead of losing this game in 2003, they win it. The Oakland Raiders are your Super Bowl champions here in the year of 2002. Rich Gannon gets his ring by defeating Donovan McNabb's Philadelphia Eagles. What a damn game. You knew these two teams were probably the two best in the game currently, but Gannon, Rice, Brown, and the Raiders do enough to take home the championship. You gotta give a shout out to the Woodsons on defense, and Rod Woodson and Charles Woodson. There is Rich Gannon hoisting up the Lombardi Trophy as well. What a moment. The Oakland Raiders, folks, are your 2002 Super Bowl champions. They are world champions this season. And folks, I mean, it's gonna be the longest video on the channel, over 2 hours long. If you seriously got this far in this video, thank you so much for watching. I mean, thank you so much for watching this video. Absolutely nuts. Thank y'all for watching this far. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you got that far. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you want to see 2003. I'm telling you right now, if you really want to see 2003, you're gonna need to hit that like button down below, because my goodness, this video probably took me in total like 28 hours to make. It took a very long time. I tried to get this one out for Christmas. If there is a 2003 video, I'm gonna give it a buck with you. That one's probably not coming out till like the middle of January if I start now. So I need to know, we got the draft class and everything. If we're gonna do it though, it's gonna be a very long time. I really rushed to get this one out. I did this about 5 days nonstop. Yeah, it took a while. But yeah, this recording session took a very long time. So folks, thank y'all for watching. Make sure that subscribe button down below for more. And Mamba forever.